Hello, everybody, and welcome into True Realms episode 33. We are pretty much at the end of my energy. I have had a long couple of days. I just graduated college. But speaking of college, we are sponsored by Martin Mancini. So go and check him out in the comments below. I found out that we've got some folks in Canada and India that have been particularly enjoying the books. Too bad we can't get India on over here to check us out. But hey, we're happy to have been a small part of this. Thank you all for checking out the books. Keep checking them out, and please keep sharing our content across the great wide open of the internet, because boy howdy, we're struggling.
We are
That makes
struggling a little
me-
bit, but we're still new. We're only 30 episodes in. We've only been going we're not even a year yet, actually.
We're getting really close.
We're getting close, and I want to do something for our 1 year anniversary. I don't know what, but
That makes me wonder which book of his is our neighbors to the Great White North's favorite.
Yeah,
I'm going to say the first or third, because the first one's good, but the third one, I love the third one, and I don't know why. Like, it's my favorite, I think.
the second and third, I'm trying to remember. Oh, man. I'm trying to remember. The third one was
I like Can't Snow the Snowman. That was the one I liked.
the third one was with the reality show, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
that one's my favorite.
That's why it's my favorite, too. I love the reality toast stuff. I'm like,
Oh,
all right,
so
hidden
good.
soldiers. Speaking of
so
that,
good.
though, I need to talk with our lovely sponsor at some point because I'm reading the books, and when we play a lovely game called Call of Cthulhu, I have a little homebrew thing set up for his make-believe world he made, a fake place in Wisconsin. And I kind of want to try it with his permission.
Yeah, send him a message.
I will. I will get in contact, and we still have contacts.
I know he's
stuff.
got certain rules about how you use his stuff. So as long as he's not unreasonable, but if you follow the rules, all is good.
That's the big thing. I just want to I need to get all right, what's the map of the town? Who are the significance? Like, who are the big names? Who are not? I need to get it in perfect writing how he wants it. So when I do this, it comes out clean. Because I don't want to fuck up,
Oh wait,
I don't want to piss him off.
no, the third one was with the dinner party. The second one was the reality TV show.
Well, then maybe it's 2 that's my favorite. No, it's 3 because the dinner party's better.
I like the reality show, but yeah, the dinner party. I think I like the hijinks and the characters of 2 better, but I love the twists and turns and just the overall atmosphere of 3 more than 2. Like, everything is just so well done. It's hard when we pick a favorite in that series. It's just by hairs. It is not.
Mm-hmm. Because 3 makes you think, oh, you're going into the old-fashioned, here's the dinner mystery. Not exactly. There's some twists. There's some things you're not expecting. It's like, okay, you got my attention. What are we doing here? This is good.
That was my favorite thing about 3 was when you thought you knew what was happening, because I'm very good at figuring that out. You didn't know a damn thing.
Oh, hell no. You're reading
like that one.
This person, they did it with this. Okay, we know it. After 5, you think after a few pages, all right, I know who did it. I know why they did it. I know what's going on. Next page. Oh, I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
it's all out the
everything.
window by the next page. You're like, whoops.
Shit. Okay, okay, I see you, Mr. Monsini. I see you.
All right, let's get the question rolling. I know somebody just jumped in.
Could I make one more thing before we get that started?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Go ahead, man.
Mayor, did you see the video I sent you? Because he said made up town in Wisconsin, and that jogged my memory. I sent you a video where a guy was surprised that 48 of the 50 drunkest counties in the United States were all in Wisconsin.
I did not watch that one. I've been so busy.
Yeah, like the top 48 of the 50th drunkest counties in the United States, all Wisconsin.
Gotta love my Wisconsin blood. I got family up there. I gotta love them.
All right, Flame, ask us the question. Let's take this away before we get started.
Would you like to do it today, actually?
Yes. So this question comes from the incredible and hopefully one day a special guest on True Bants if he ever gets back to me. T.W. King. I gotta pull it up. I gotta pull up our video so it's not like we'll get. We're not gonna get Lars Ulrich if I play the video for 5 seconds.
We own the video, so.
So because I can tell you guys are such good friends, I have to ask, what is the most, what is the maddest you've made each other?
I'm gonna put a stipulation on this though. It can only be one thing. You can't say for each end of person. So it's either what everyone did that made you mad, or what one specific person did to make you mad. Mayor, lead it away.
I'm gonna pick on Trucker just because it's funny. The only thing that Trucker has ever done to irritate me is every once in a while when he gets an idea or a thought, he will argue that until you are ready to put your head through a wall, no matter how many times you've said, no, that's not happening. Because in the original, the best example of that was the original Kathos, because he was playing a dwarf and he's like, does my wife have a beard? I said, no. And he's like, well, all dwarven women have beards. I'm like, not in Kathos.
No, they don't.
And then Flame goes, no, not in True Realms, period. I'm like, well, there's your answer. And Trucker, for almost an hour and a half, went on this monologue about how that's not how Tolkien had envisioned the world of dwarves, so you're wrong. And I'm like, to hell with you, I've made my decision.
I'll put it this way to make sure I'm happy. We follow... Trucker, shut the fuck up. I follow the traditional D&D rules. Shut up. Shut up. Okay, let me speak. I'll kill Deimos. Don't test me.
That wasn't him.
That wasn't me.
No, you're all muffled. You all sound the same. You all know. I follow the original D&D rules. Female dwarves can have beards, but it's not a prominent thing for them to do. If you go back to some of the old lore and stuff, female dwarfs that have beards, it's a status symbol. Specifically, 1, they're not married, and 2, they don't ever plan to be married. It's a huge status symbol thing.
My bonus.
Most modern versions of dwarves come from Tolkien. That's as old lore as you get. I'll drop it.
I said D&D.
Anyway, if I
Where do you think D&D got the idea?
If I had to pick something else sometime, Flame has one thing that drives me nuts.
Let's hear it.
Every once in a while, your reading comprehension goes completely out the window, so I will say something to you, and you will either completely misinterpret it wildly, or you will argue against it until you're practically bleeding from your ears, and then 2 days later you'll be like, I want to do this, and it's like, dog, I just said that to you 2 days ago and you yelled at us for it.
Yeah, sorry, that's the ADHD and the dyslexia fighting there. Alrighty, next up, Chaos.
Chaos, you alive?
Oh,
okay, good. We got some light.
He's thinking about it.
I think I know mine now.
Chaos is pretty chill. This is going to be surprising.
This is going to be one of my favorite answers.
Mark.
I can't.
You and your non-stop need to try and fucking metagame grinds my gears.
What?
Something fierce.
Meta. I'll hear it. I'll hear it.
I gotta hear this.
I don't know meta.
Go.
Well, okay. Let me ask. How many times have during our various discussions where he has supposedly set himself up where he could potentially intercept a conversation and tries to shoehorn his way in? He's done it on more than one occasion, and while it has been to our benefit on a couple of times, Others, it's like he occasionally forgets he's not close enough to warrant listening or hearing even tidbits of it.
Okay, in the latest situation, what was it?
It was during the Tremaine exposing everything deal.
That was Sheep, I thought.
No, that was Sheep
That was-
trying to
that was-
interrupt.
That was Sheep, man.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Sheep.
you're getting your wires crossed. Sheep's the one that usually tries to jump in, not Mark.
Mark's only done it once, but he's been able. Well, Mark's done it a couple of times, but he's been able to explain it.
Yeah, the one time
Usually
he
when
couldn't, I shot him.
I tried to jump in because I definitely try to make sure I'm there.
Yeah.
Like
and then
Mark-
if I'm not,
Mark got in on the Tremaine thing because he was actively patrolling the perimeter of the camp.
The only thing that Mark's ever done to irritate me is when he plays in Gelram, it seems like Mark is both drunk and high, and he's like, "How can I get in Gelram killed right now? That thing's that thing's venomous. Flame, can I eat it? Flame, I want to eat this very poisonous frog that you said that you just described insta-killing a mammoth. Please let me eat this frog."
You said this is something called the Demon Core? Well, here, let me just remove the screwdriver.
So-
Yeah.
in most cases, so like, it's not
Alright,
definitely
alright,
not
alright.
Tremaine
No,
trying
no,
to
no,
get
no.
killed.
No explanation. No explaining. No
Oh,
explaining.
come
Okay.
on.
Mark,
Okay.
your opinion.
I don't
Who's
know.
done something who's done something to piss you off the most?
I mean, as a group, it's just mainly like coming to a decision. That's
Yeah.
the thing that
Yeah.
pisses me off the most.
Me
is
too.
You guys.
When we
It's like
can't
tooth and nail
we
with you
can't
guys
come
on
to a
some things.
decision, and we just take too much time talking. And
Yeah.
I'm over here like, no, I like, role playing, but then gets to a point where I'm like, I just want to go fight something.
I literally just
Yeah.
want to do anything else.
Bloodthirsty.
I'm 100% on your side on that. We take.
Even if that fight turns into role play on top of it, like that's what I really enjoy doing. But
Mark's fighter, he wants to go bonk.
Yeah, I don't even care about the
Fighter-Man.
fight.
Spider-Man.
Mark is
Does
100%
whatever a
right. We
fighter can.
take way too long to make a decision.
Not wrong.
That indeed. Trucker.
Of course, you saved the most non-confrontational one present for last.
No, I'm saving myself for
I'm not
last.
I'm
Yeah.
not confrontational.
Dude, I'm very non-confrontational. My performance as Deimos notwithstanding. Chaos, when the character is suffering massive amounts of psychic damage, give him back the precious. Don't snap it and kill us all.
That's not fair. Yeah,
I know.
I'm going to
We
tell
all
you.
laugh about it now.
I'm going to tell you, as somebody who has spent an entire week with Trucker in real life, there is a man that has no confrontational bone in his body. I promise you that. I've seen so many times on that week alone that he should have snapped and killed everybody in his house, and he didn't. He didn't even get remotely upset, and I'm like, wow.
Man, I feel like Trucker and I would get
Okay.
along.
The chaos answer was mostly a shitpost because I don't know if I can talk about the only time I've been very, very, very angry. Because the
Go
person
ahead.
I was angry at is not in the group anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But if I was to pick,
But,
if I was to pick one of the people present, I would have to say you, Flame.
oh, lay it on me, brother. Lay it on me.
It would have to be the first time mind control came up. And I told you I was uncomfortable with it, and it happened anyway. But
yeah,
I got over it fairly quickly, but I wasn't even really super heated then. Like, again, with you guys, the only time I've been actually angry, I can't really talk about because that person isn't in the group anymore.
You'll have to send me a DM on that. I'm trying to remember.
I'll say what happened, but not name. killing an entire campaign because you're bored with it.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
That has happened. I won't say who, but somebody got upset and was not happy with the way things were progressing, so they just dropped out, thus bringing the entire campaign to a screeching halt.
I doubt they watch, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That legitimately made me mad.
Oh, it pissed me off in no regard. So here's the thing, folks. I have a problem with a couple people, but those two people, individuals that I've got something to talk about, aren't here. So I'm not going to speak ill will too much. The brothers, I'll say this. You fuckers and your pets. You fuckers and your pets.
No. Follow your own rule, man.
Chaos. I love you. Decisive. Quit being Poland, okay? Quit being Poland in this.
You mean
Making
Switzerland?
Poland?
Switzerland, yeah, my
I was
bad.
gonna say Poland, the most
Poland? Oh, you want to be the most bloodthirsty, bath-salt-taking psychopath of the group?
I wish you would be Poland for a minute.
Dude, am I not Poland as Deimos? I mean, come on.
Yeah, you're Poland as Deimos. I just had to kill your doctor. I had to kill the doctor to get Poland out of you, Mr. Switzerland.
He was a non-confrontational character.
Yeah,
Which is fair.
Sheep. Y'all know my gripe with Sheep. He throws the most crazy things at me, and I just want to strangle him for it some days. And that leaves my co-host, the man that scolded me for saying the R word. Apologies. I'm on that.
Yeah, I have to edit a lot out now.
You don't have to edit that word.
Yeah, I
Mayor.
Rigatoni?
Mayor. You beautiful, beautiful bastard.
Get it over with.
Quit turning every one of my scenarios, conflicts, encounters, and such into a trifle matter with your non-caring ass. I could throw a BBG at you that has the most heartfelt fucking backstory, lays his heart out in the line as he's dying, and you go, shit, brother, that's rough. Hey, who wants to go have a beer and not even care?
I'm sorry, I don't feel emotions very well.
I know you don't. It hurts me some days.
I have a medical condition. I'm not the one to lay this stuff on.
I know you're not. That's why it hurts to say this, because I mean jack shite.
Yeah.
It would work on me, though.
I don't do that with you, though, Chaos. You're too crazy.
What's wrong with making me even crazier?
You know the answer to that question.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you cannot bother me. That's kind of the problem. Like, you'd have to be in front of me and doing something I've explicitly told you not to for me to get mad, but you're not going to bother me.
The problem is, you're one side of the spectrum, and I'm the other side, and we can't reach the middle no matter how hard we try.
You're red oni and blue oni.
Yeah, I'm literally as emotionally detached as I can be. If Flame decides to try to screw with me or try to kill me or whatever, it's like, alright, well, that's the way she goes.
I could kill Alice and the unborn child, and you wouldn't care.
That would suck. I don't know what I'd do, but I'd bounce back.
I'm not going to. That'd be ruining my own fun, because I love romance stuff way too much.
But yet you killed my character's new husband. Shame.
Oof.
Look, I've got my romance with Mayor. I don't need it from any of the other you characters. So if you start romantic stories, don't be surprised if I kill them to make a trauma story.
Speaking of which, you want me to be more
decisive
and confrontational? Man, do you not remember that I was willing to throw hands with one of the elected leaders of that campaign because my son died? I was ready to throw hands. That little raccoon lady was going to do some damage.
I don't remember this. I choose not to remember this.
Yeah, he got pretty lippy with Holrun. But it's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock. Let's move it along. It's time to start. I gotta do the Top Gear.
The amazing Top Gear recap.
Yeah, the Top Gear recap. Once I get that
Give it
set up.
Give it to us good and clean, bud.
I, for the first time ever, was ill-prepared. Here we go. In last week's episode, Hoax was rolling. Deimos throws a dart, and Gelram offers his sword. Lucian's past is brought to the surface, and Dazzlebooper takes flight. Find out what happens now.
I'm sad Hunter just joined us. Dang it, I was going to have him do the thing, but too late. Alrighty, folks, as you know, when we last left, our group had finally made its way to the village that Dazzlebooper came from. After a couple of interesting encounters and some talks here and there, they come to learn that there are gnolls raiding caravans and merchant caravans coming in and out through the desert. They don't know why, and they haven't been able to track down exactly who or how to keep these things from being attacked. The party, well, specifically Deimos, knows that if they travel through the desert with a symbol of clay on them, they'll probably be safe. But who knows? Besides that, both Deimos and Dazzlebooper decided to take a trip to the home of Dazzlebooper's friend's mother, Millie's mother, who is currently on her way to Coastal Fire. Dazzlebooper heard something in the roof or on the loft, and chased it. He chased it around town, but never caught it, thinking he caught it, but he saw a mouse. He went back, slept in the loft, and as Dazzlebooper left the town to go back to the carriage, we see from the loft that rat turning into some humanoid. And we're going to begin off today in the carriage as currently being dragged into the medical office. One Engelrum and one Crow, as you both have collapsed today. Your bodies are racked with pain and fever, and God, it's not looking pretty. And the ones that brought you in specifically are... Engelrum, you were brought in by, not Whiskers. Yeah, no, you were... Crap. Yeah, you were brought in by Mr. Whiskers because you were in the training lounge until you collapsed. Crow, you were brought in by Gold Tusk because for some reason you were a little bit peckish. Like really hungry for some meat before you collapsed. I'll say at this point, the rest of the group's been informed. You guys are in the medical lounge. What does everybody else want to do?
I want to go talk to AP, then go talk to Alice.
Okay.
I'll go check in the infirmary and see how they're doing.
Okay.
And Gelram and Crow going to the doctor is not a new or strange event.
You're not wrong. What's Lucian doing?
Oh. Now that Engelrum left the training room, Lucian's gonna take his own crack at it.
Did the dummy get fixed?
Nope.
I just spent my time there.
That dummy is still not fixed. By the way, can you guys all see the Draconia map?
Yeah, and the 2 tokens that are on it.
2 tokens? There should only be 1. There should only be the cat.
Yeah, there's 2 tokens.
There's snakes and something purple.
Oh, right, those are the other carriages. Sorry. Yeah, ignore those. Those are just carriages or something like that. You know. But yeah, if you go towards the red line, you'll see the familiar blue cat. That is your guys' carriage. Why? Because I love that image for the carriage. Alrighty.
Alright.
We are going to start off with Deimos. You've made your way to the medical ward. Crow is up and around. He seems to be up again. But Engelrum is not. Engelrum seems to be strapped to the chair. There is like white frosty foam coming out of the sides of his mouth, and he's kind of thrashing as he's being latched down and held down by multiple people, including Gold Tusk. you can see your doctor, Marcus J. Jones, is currently looking around at a couple of needles and trying to decide what medicine to administer.
Well, they're both alive. That's good. For now.
Mm-hmm.
Any ideas? Any
You talking to the
cause
doctor?
for alarm? Yeah, I'm talking to the doctor.
You see him kind of like grab a needle, shove it in the side of Engelrum's neck, and like administer something. You see Engelrum like slowly start thrashing until he kind of like comes to a steady gaze. His eyes look dilated. Well, if I have to be honest, I think he's got lycanthropy. But if you get lycanthropy, a mammal-based lycanthropy, and a reptilian creature, it just comes out as the craze or the taint, depending on like where it's from. Did y'all fight any were creatures in the last week or so?
Yes.
Did anybody besides these two get bit?
I was unaware these two were bitten.
Well, they're definitely bit. Crow's not showing any other symptoms. I think he's fine. And Gelrum here, though, he's not doing too good. I'm sending for what's that? Hanku's name. Off block. I'm sending for off block. The battle mage. He's supposed to be a cleric. He's supposed to know remove curse. I'm sending for him to see if that'll work. If still got time.
Well, these were tiger men. My family are bears. I'm not sure if the two are close enough to be similar. Even if they were, it's outside of my area.
I mean, you got anything that could cure lycanthropy?
Not on myself, but I could contact the family to see if they do.
Be much appreciated if you could.
Okay. I will step off to the side and I'll cast sending.
Who you sending it to?
Specifically going again for Johnny since I talked to him the most.
Okay.
Also, probably not a good idea to talk to Dad about this at the moment.
Probably. Go ahead and get that 25-word thing set up.
Traveling companion bit by were-tiger. Do we have anything that could cure the craze? Friend is kobold. I believe that's 18 words.
You want to tell her where you're at? Tell him where you're at, maybe?
Yeah, where exactly are we?
I'll say at this
I
point,
can't look at the map.
You're probably about a day from the town, so you just crossed the border into the desert, which is Clay's territory.
Are we in a day from Clayton or the other
God. Oh God, no. You're 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You're at least 16 days.
Okay, what's that? What's that nearest town? I can't look at the map right now. I'm sorry.
Where you're at, you would know the player's town, and I was mistaken. It's 16 days by feet. It'll be 8 days for you by carriage. There aren't a lot of towns. There's like roaming villages, like roaming tent villages. You do know there is a orc encampment not too far from you that it's called the Roaming Orcs. They have basically like a giant tent town that they keep in one spot that's a day or two from the river. The elderly and the young stay at the camp while those of age go out and explore, hunt, and stuff like that. Your father, Clay, he I wouldn't say subjugated, but like he conquered them with a show of force, and they're kind of, like how if you defeat the orc war chief, you kind of become the leader of that orc band. The Clays are now the leaders of that orc band.
So how far away are we from there? Like a day?
1, 2, 3. I'd say like 2 days, maybe. You'd be 2 days with a carriage.
Okay. 2 days from, and then the name of that settlement.
Okay. A couple of minutes go by. Careful on desert roads. Gnolls attacking caravans. Show symbol. Find Jackson.
Okay. Careful on desert roads. Gnolls attacking. Find Jackson.
Show symbol.
Show symbol. I'm assuming Clayson.
Yeah. You would know that. You would know about this anyways. The Gnolls.
I mean, I'll wear it.
Yeah, but you would know this above game and the end game specifically. The Gnolls are attacking caravans and stuff that don't have the Clay clan symbol because Jarrett Clay said, "Hey, fuck up their supply line."
Okay. I'll go over to the doctor. My family may have a way. I'm going to go find Zagler. We need to make some additions to the carriage. Just try to keep him in shape for 2 days. 3 at the most.
You see the doctor kind of pull a chart, look at it. He's only got a couple days, so whatever you're doing, I'm gonna get a off block in here and see if you can halt the process. But I'm more southern than that. What am I doing? I'll get off block off in here and see what he can do. I'll make you no promises. If push comes to shove, we're gonna have to put him down.
I'll see if Zagler can increase the pace.
Alrighty.
I will run off looking for Zagler.
Roll me survival, see if you can find him.
$17.
You find him. He's having a cup of tea out in the little commons dining area.
Mr. Zagler.
Oh, he is. Damos, my boy.
Are you aware of the issue with Engelram and maybe Crow?
No, I haven't heard anything. What's going on?
Well, apparently they were both drug into the infirmary this morning. Crow is showing no obvious signs, but Engelram is sedated at the moment. Apparently, the tiger individuals that we fought back in town were were-tigers, and then Gelram is suffering the side effects of that.
So he has some. I believe where I'm from, it's called the taint. Okay.
The taint, the craze.
Yes.
I've spoken. Sorry.
No, please continue.
I used ascending to communicate with my brother, Johnny. He said there should be a family affiliate in an orc settlement that my dad is basically the ruler, clan chief, war chief of now.
Oh.
But the major thing I need us to do is we need to stop the carriage and paint this symbol, and then I'll pat my tabard where the bear paw is. We need to paint this on the carriage. Johnny reports that there are Knoll tribes attacking carriages going through the desert, but they won't attack if the carriage is bearing the clay symbol.
No disrespect, but I don't want to put a jarring symbol of any group on the carriage. Animosity and neutrality and all.
It need not be permanent.
Well, would you be willing to sit out and drive the carriage with Zolo?
If that would solve the issue, then yes.
I don't see why I wouldn't.
It's not a guarantee, but it depends on how hard up the tribes have been.
It's up to you, Damos. I'm not going to force you.
Well, no, I'll do it. I'm just saying they might attack anyway.
Well, if they do, wave the symbol around like a flag. Maybe they'll notice it. Is there a code word you clays use? I don't know. Maybe a hand gesture, a phrase, a language, something like that.
Not that I'm aware of, but I'm not exactly one of Father's favorites. I might want them to attack me just because.
Oh. I see. Well, how about we trace a symbol on a flag and we give it to Zolo to, wave as he's piloting. Does that sound good?
Both? I mean, I don't mind. I'm not afraid for my safety. It's everybody else's I'm concerned of.
And no offense, if you have some drama with your father that he's willing to tell a pack of gnolls to attack you on sight with, I'd rather just us wave a flag with the symbol.
I'm not saying he would, but I'm also not sure that he wouldn't.
I think for the safety of all my employees, let's just go with the flag option there.
I'll make it so.
Alrighty. Are you gonna go make a flag?
Sure.
Alright.
I'm not gonna materials.
They've got a white flag somewhere you can draw on. I'm not gonna make you roll for it. That seems redundant. I have a feeling you know that symbol well enough to be able to draw it from memory at this point.
Boy,
I could probably act like a printer and just draw it.
What'd you say, Mayor?
Boy, howdy, I'd hope so. He's not the town drunk.
Hey. Love you too, buddy. Love you too.
That's a boy.
I know. I'm making a joke. Alrighty. Mayor,
Yeah,
you want to go talk to AP and then your wife, or
correct.
fiance, I guess. You're not married yet, but yeah. Alright, you head on over to the library to talk to one Miss AP.
Am I there?
So yeah, you see she is like, you know the cartoons where like people have mound of books surrounding them as they're like studying at a table.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see her with books that are like kind of like they're doing the wavy thing as they're all around her. Like she's just fast hand grabbing one, looking at it, writing something down, putting it back somewhere. And she also has a bunch of like little imps and quasits, like walking and flying around with books and tomes and stuff. And she's writing. She's like literally writing books for the library.
Hello there, AP.
She looks up. She looks the you know the kind of thing like where you're haggard and you're tired, but you're just chasing that dopamine because like you found it what you're looking for. Like I've got it. I know what I'm doing, but you also look exhausted while doing it.
Is now a bad time?
No. Come in. What do you need, Hoax?
I was wondering if you had made progress on what I had asked you to look up.
Actually, I did. Believe it or not, the journals you gave me talk about it a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Oh wow, that's fairly convenient.
So, the author of these books specifically went around the third dynasty of the Changeling, or of this the Shape Changer kingdom, for lack of a term. And it wasn't just doppelgangers and changeling. It was any and all shape changers. That included fade shape changers, demonic, devils, were creatures, all sorts of things.
Is it still around?
You see her like flick a couple pages. No, it's not.
Where was it?
That's the thing. This doesn't say exactly. I'd have to check because the continent, the country, the closest country it said it was next to was some country called You see her kind of like looking at like hard to understand. Krevonos Naukakvik? Krenovos Kalvakvik is the name of it.
The hell is that?
If I had to make a guess, it's probably an ancient country or citadel or something that is no longer existing. It's probably been renamed or not even existing anymore.
Probably Latin.
No, I wouldn't think Latin. Latin's been known as Latin for the last 5,000 years.
Well, I do appreciate the information. If you do find out whatever the hell you just said is located, then let me know, but you don't gotta hurt yourself. I prefer you get some sleep, actually.
I'll get sleep when I'm done writing. Oh, one more thing I think you might be interested in.
Sure.
It speaks of an island. A giant island to the northeast that once was connected by a land bridge, and it was a huge tropical island that had plenty of food and water and land to go around. Now, the only island I know of to the northeast of Draconia now is the wasteland, the Orcish wasteland to the northeast. That's connected by the bridge that the humans and the elves made to monitor the barbarians of Hawk. And now it's a very small continent now with little to no agriculture allowed because the wasteland is so corrupt. But you might find answers to this kingdom you're thinking of there. It's not a guarantee, but it's the most that I've been able to figure out.
I clearly don't want to sound racist, but are they even capable of thinking, getting in bed with Hawk and all?
Well, the story goes that the original ancestors over 1,000 years ago made a deal with Hawk so they could battle whatever their enemy was, these monstrous demonic creatures that were the last remnants of He Bound by His Own Chain. And this was before Hawk was considered cruel like he is now. He made it so their clerics and priests and shamans could bring back the dead without needing the proper components. It was said when he made this deal, though, is when the change in him started being seen. In the beginning, his soldiers that came back were seen as heroes of great honor, blessed with great power. But now they come back corrupted, and their skin is blackish gray like rotting flesh. Their eyes are beady red or hollow with nothing in there. They carry weapons of bone made from their enemies or the dead of their own.
Well, that's very good. I'm very grateful you did this for me. Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Question. Was it you who was also asking about the Fey Lions?
No, I don't remember who the hell that would be. It was probably Lucian.
Okay.
Lucian's a goofy guy that has a connection to the Fae for whatever reason.
I was wondering, because those ley lines, I think I've pinpointed a couple areas, in Draconia specifically.
Well, hopefully that's where we're going. I'll let him know if I see him.
Well, no, actually. There's supposed to be a ley line that cuts through Arachnia, and then supposed to hit, kind of like just at the border between the frosted area and the grasslands. I can show you if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be great. I could give
Okay.
that to Lucian.
So go on the map where you see the word Sylvanus.
Yeah, let me just pull it up. Sylvanus, yep.
Yeah. Do you see me pinging?
Yep.
So that's one of the that's the pinpoint. She says that's where like the very pinpoint of it is. And then go on down to Arachnia, the entire continent.
Yep.
She believes that might be a ley line.
Gotcha.
Some form of a ley line. Oh, don't tell me I can't erase that. Yeah. Fuck.
Hit Control Z once.
Control Z.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud. Oh. Thank you.
Yep.
Your lifesaver, buddy. But yeah, that's the pinpoint. That's a line, is what she's putting at.
Gotcha. I'll be sure to tell old Lucian about this.
He watches one of the imps brings her a cup of coffee. She like downs in a single go. Good, yeah, okay, good to hear.
As I leave, I'll just go, get some rest.
I'll get rest later. I need to write.
Uh-huh. And I'll head off to go do my next thing.
Alrighty. You will find Alice in the bedroom. She is currently picking out colors for the baby room. And she's changed her office into the baby room.
Hey, we got a weird predicament that I just thought of.
You see she's looking between pink and blue. Yeah, what is it, Hoax? Which color do you think's better? You think it's gonna be a boy or a girl?
I don't know, we'll have to ask Gold Tusk and his magic nose.
Well, what do you want, a boy or a girl?
I don't want this to sound anything more than it is. Don't care, I'd be very happy with either. The boy would be more out of control, I'm sure of it.
That's not what I asked, Hoax. Do you want a son or a daughter?
Daughter.
Really, I wanted a boy.
Look, you kind of put a gun to my head. I would have been happy with either.
He gives you the wife look and nod.
Yeah, but speaking of our future child, here's the problem with that. What the hell is our child gonna be? We have, in this mix, human, changeling, tiefling, maybe. We're still not entirely certain about that, by the way. And Titan.
Whatever genes are most prominent, I guess. I don't know, Hopes. That's not my area of expertise.
There's so much mixing and matching going on in that baby that I'm wondering if it won't just be a ball of light.
You see a look of horror spread across Alice's face as you say that.
Oh, I was just fooling about. I'll love our little baby no matter what comes out being. I'm just trying to figure this out.
You bring up a good point, though.
What if it just bounces entirely into, like, some sort of being from the ethereal? That'd be something. That'd be really something.
The ethereal planar technically would be ghosts. That mean our kid would be kind of dead.
Technically, both of us are kind of technically dead, considering how rare we are.
No, that would just make us a collector item.
Well, lucky to the person who kidnaps us, I suppose.
Well, we are heading to Coastal Fire.
Oh yeah, lucky us.
I do feel bad for Dazzle Pooper. His friend getting kidnapped like that.
Yeah, I can't say I've ever experienced that one.
You know, I've been thinking. Do you think Dazzle Pooper likes her like that?
I don't know if Dazzle Booper has those kind of thoughts. I kind of figured it was kind of like, you know, how much a dog loves a human kind of thing. Like a pet.
Is Dazzle Pooper the pet or is the girl the pet in this scenario?
Well, he does keep saying that he was summoned here by her, so that one? I don't know if Dazzle Booper reproduces or how he reproduces or if he feels love.
Oh, that'd be so sad if he didn't.
I'm sure he feels love, but I mean like our love, you know? Romantic love.
You see her kind of like, he does that thing like, you've got it now. And the look on her face that she gets that she's definitely processing and thinking now. You know, when she gets this look, she can kind of get lost in thought.
Care to share?
Well, if Dazzle Pooper was a summoned creature, why didn't he ever go back?
Wild magic?
Even wild magic summons return eventually.
I don't know, let's ask the Fae.
I'd rather not. The Fae aren't fun things to mess with.
Huh, what if our kid's a Fae? Oh,
She just gives you that look of like, don't.
Well, you know how we could solve this problem? I'll go ask Zagla what he thinks we're having through his bets and what he thinks it'll be. And we'll see what happens. Maybe, he's pretty insightful.
Folks, I love Zagler like a father, but do not go to him and start up a bet on what our child is going to be.
Are you telling me here now, the person that knows him better than me that he has not already started this bet.
No, he hasn't. Because I made him promise me to never start a bet like that.
Oh, alright, then I won't put it in his head.
Thank you, Hoax. I don't need to deal with my, I guess, stepfather making those kind of bets.
Oh, speaking of family, is it wildly inappropriate coming to the conclusion together that we hire Inconsu to investigate you?
You see your eye kind of cock like, what?
Well, your memory ain't so good. So if we say, hey, we want you to dig up dirt on you, because he wasn't able to really get anything on John, and John seeming like a dead end as far as every day keeps on going by, so we haven't tried to have him investigate you.
I mean, John, well, yeah, John's been a dead end, I guess. Kinda. It wouldn't be a bad idea, but
I mean, he's gonna know where to look. We don't know where to look.
can I ask why you want to do this?
Well, you wanted the information. I was trying to do it for you.
I did at one point. I more wanted to see if I could unlock a few things, but you kind of did the whole thing.
I guess I did.
If you think we should, I'm not against it, Hoax, but...
Well, I mean, we could at least find your mom. She's got to still be around here somewhere.
I mean... Here's the thing. I kind of look at Miss Alice as my mom.
You mean Solace?
Oh no, I'm losing my shit. Hold on. Am I right or you're right? Who's right now? Goddamn.
Well, she's Alice, so I don't know.
Yeah, Miss No, it's Solly, isn't it?
Solly, right.
Yeah. I look at Miss Solly as my mom.
Well, then I reckon that's good enough.
Maybe we do, though. I mean, we've found all that we can find with John. Maybe we have Inconsu start looking for information on me.
I'll hold up the coin to her.
Let's do it.
Alright. Inconsu, he says, kind of unenthusiastically, and flicks the coin.
Guess who? As there are now hands over your eyes blocking your vision.
Oh, it's a puppy, isn't it? It's gotta be a puppy.
Oh, so close. And he'll reveal himself, like he'll take his hands off your hands, and he'll show you a two-headed snake. It was a two-headed snake.
Even better. Mr. Nkonsu, I do have another mission for you, if you're willing.
Are you changing the parameters of your deal? What are you wanting to look into now?
We want you to look into her, and I'll point at Alice.
Kind of like grabs you, pulls you to the side. You know, normally when someone has me investigate somebody, that somebody isn't in the room with them.
Well, sure, that's how we normally do things, but I'm marrying that woman, and it was half her idea, half mine.
He kind of like does that thing of like takes her hand, does the twirl, and spins you to her, and then I'll say out loud, "Well then, I guess I don't have to be too secretive with this, so I'll cut you a deal. 1 gold for all of this."
I will give him that gold.
Yeah. Very well, very well. Do you have any ideas where I should start, or am I going in blank?
I will look at Alice, because that's on her.
Actually, yeah, I do know of one place. I read about it in a book here in Draconia. It's called the Statues of the Titans. You see Nkamsu kind of like tap the side of one of his heads for a couple seconds. I'm familiar with the place. Very well, I'll begin the research there. It might be some time before you see me again, though. But you do have the coin, so you should be fine.
Every day that we're apart hurts my heart, Nkansu.
He'll do that thing like where it's kind of like the anime thing, like get real close, take both your hands and pull yourself in real close, so you're face to face with the middle head, and like the two other heads are kind of like looking at you too. Every second away, when I don't feel your beating heart, is misery on my soul.
All right, let me know what you find, Mr. Nkansu.
You're not gonna outflirt me, boy. Don't try.
I wasn't expecting him to go that far. I was just having a goof.
I'm bringing that goof up all the way to 11. Very well. Have fun. Oh, by the way, 10 gold says it's a boy.
There's not supposed to be a bet.
Oh, I don't give a shit. I started it. And Zagler got in on after I started it. After all, Alice, you said Zagler couldn't start it. And he'll wink with one of his heads and disappear.
I'm gonna look at her and go, you really should have seen that coming.
God damn it, Zagler.
Yeah.
A great reverse card.
Well, now that he's found a loophole, I'm gonna go ask him about that.
He found a loophole. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go talk to him about it.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, we lost one.
We just lost Mark. He'll be back, I'm sure.
He'll be back. It's fine. And if he's not, it's fine. He is kind of comatose right now. Alrighty. You head to speak to old Zagly.
What am I having, Zagla?
What are you betting on?
I'm not betting on anything. I know there's a bet, and I know how the bet got started. Nobody's mad with you. You just tell me what the over-under is.
We'll make a bet and I'll let you know.
I'm gonna be the biggest douche in the world. Let me see if I can find it.
Price is right him. Price is right him.
Yes!
9 silver says that I have a girl.
You hold out the 9 silver.
Yep.
He'll take it real quick, toss it in the bag, and start writing something down on a clipboard. Okay. You have 30% that it's a girl, 60% it's a boy, and 10% you're having twins.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You didn't tell me that was an option, he says, obviously very joking.
And then there's side bets, like if the twins win, what kind of twins? I personally am betting on a boy-girl, but you see him look back and forth. Whiskers is betting on you having triplets.
I'm gonna pull him in real close and go, you want to know something?
What?
Your bet's entirely faulty. When I was born, I was being a changeling and all. I didn't have a gender, so my mom and my doctor had to tell my daddy that I would just gravitate towards one eventually. And he said that that was a hoax and kept calling me his little hoax baby. And it pissed my mom off, and then she started calling me hoax too, and that's how I got my name, so...
I already have a clause for that, actually.
What, everybody gets a 1% thing and the rest goes to the company?
No, it all goes to me.
You're a shrewd man. I do appreciate everything you've taught me.
Hey, if you're the only one that bets on them being genderless because of changeling DNA, you're the only one that wins.
Can I change my 9 silver to genderless?
Nope.
Well then, here's a gold for genderless. I'll cover my spread.
You see him bite it, put it in. Very well. Let's see. You want to see what the biggest odds are right now?
Yeah, I do.
1 to 10 odds. Triplets. Genderless. 1 transitions to male, 2 transitions to female.
Oh, wow, that's specific.
That's why it's 1 to 10, man.
That is super specific.
That's the point. If they get it right, they get 100,000 gold.
Okay, I gotta hold on. I'm actually invested in this, so I'm going to keep notes on this.
Cool. Triplets, genderless.
Child bet. I gotta make my notes correctly.
Yeah, just let me know. Let me know when you need more of it.
Okay, triplets, genderless.
Genderless. 1 transitions to a boy, 2 transitions to a girl, because of the changeling stuff.
1 to 10 odds. Okay.
You got the part where 1 will transition to a girl, 1 will transition to a boy, 2 will transition to a girl, right?
Yep. It's 1 to 10 odds. I don't care about what everybody wins. I just want to know what is going on.
Yeah, currently it's 1 to 10 odds because only 10 people bid on it. More of the staff will get on it soon, just because it's like, oh, hey, we heard about this. We kind of want to bid. You guys can also get on the bidding at some point. If you find Zagler and you want to be like, hey, I heard there was a bidding going on.
I think that's
because I'm not gonna lie, it'd make a lot of sense for anybody on this carriage to hear. Yeah, there's a bet going on.
I was gonna say there's no way that this isn't meta at that point. Zagler's very vocal about bets.
Oh God, yeah, he'd be like, "Come on, I want to win some money."
The next town over already is betting, I'm sure.
Look. I'm not saying that the village you were just in didn't have some bets going, but
Anyway,
they probably had some bets going.
Oh my God.
Next thing.
Anyway, Lucian, you said you were heading to the training hall,
Oh,
right?
I thought we were going through the rest of the odds.
Oh, you want to know the rest of the odds?
Yeah, if it's not too long.
5 out of 10 odds. Male. 9 to 10 odds. Female. 3 to 10 odds. Twins, both male. 6 to 10 odds. 2 female.
That's absurd. I'm excited. Alright, I will be right back.
Thank you, Alice.
What,
I
no
knew you
quads?
watched, and you're the one who helped me. No, me and Alice didn't decide on quads. We didn't roll because a lot of this was rolling. Quads never came up.
Waddy.
Damn.
Quads never came up. So
That's probably a good thing for the 2 parents.
probably good for Alice too. Her poor back if she did.
4 babies at once seems like a nightmare to me.
To quote my aunt, it was hell on earth, but it was worth it.
I don't see how that one lady did it, the Octomom lady.
Did she have the 8 kids at once? I thought it was like 1 every year.
No, it was 8 at once, octuplets.
God, that poor lady's back. Oh. Anyways, before we get too off tangent, God, my back hurts thinking about that. Lucian, you were going to the training hall, right?
Yeah.
I'll say at this point, Mr. Whiskers has kind of made his way back. Unfortunately, the training dummy is still under repair. There's kind of like an out of order sign on it. So there's just Whiskers there training you. He is taking a drink after every training exercise, though, I will tell you that. This man is drinking and drinking like a fish.
Seeing Whiskers in the middle of his drink, Lucian will walk up to him. Excuse me, friend.
He looks at you from the side, still drinking.
No, go ahead, take your time.
He'll do the finger motion of like go on while he's drinking.
Color me curious, but I've seen you occasionally tear around this little training area when whenever I have the occasion to come down it myself, but I've never really had the chance to cross blades with you. Now, mind you, I'm no slouch, but never hurts to try and see where one stands every now and then. You know?
You'll see him draw his blade, and he'll do that little, like, on guard, come on thing. And for the sake of brevity, by the way, he still has his drink in his hand.
You gonna finish that or throw it away?
He'll flash you the middle finger while working, while drinking, and he'll like he had the hand that's holding the blade will flip you the finger, and he's now pointing his sword at you like, "Come on, boy."
Lucy will reach back and draw his own blade and get ready.
Athletics checks, everybody. All right, Chaos, I need an athletics checks from you.
Alrighty, plus arch is plus that, so.
Use the giant die for this stuff.
Dirty 20.
16 plus 7, 23. It's almost like swatting away a kid. Like you come at him, he just like cock, knocks your blade aside, and slaps you up the side of the head with the flat of his blade. All while still taking a drink from his mug.
After
Alright, you ready?
hopping a little bit and picking up his blade, he's gonna go again.
Round 2.
There's some FA luck, not 20.
All right, you're gonna get the best of him on this one. You didn't get a natural 20.
Essentially, once he takes a step back after picks up his blade, brings it up to level with his head, and almost like a fencer's thrust, he sort of dashes a little forward, but just before he actually connects, it's actually winds up being a feint that he tries to essentially smack him across the head with, well, not really smack, but more or less try and catch him across the side with his blade, as opposed to with a slash, as opposed to a thrust.
I gotta ask, are you hitting him, or are you hitting the mug out of his hand?
Mug, get that shit out of here!
You see a look of anger in his eyes as you knock the mug from his hand. And I need
And with
the
a
third
full apologetic look, he's gonna go, oops!
I need the third and final athletics check for him. Oh, God.
Hey, doubles. Nat 20 again.
What's it with your modifiers, dude?
22. I don't have a high athletics modifier.
Well, that's a 27 for him, and that is natural.
Oh, fuck me.
So, you swing, like, you come in for that fencer's stab, and he'll like grab the blade. You can see him cut himself, but he'll pull you in, and he'll literally like punch you. I'll hold on to his blade. He'll punch you because he is like basically this world's version of a katana. Like just cold clock you, and you'll feel your leg come out from under as he does that. Before you hit the ground, he'll still hold your blade, bring down the pommel of his blade, square on your forehead, slamming you to the ground.
Spike!
You'll see him walk over and just pick up his mug after that and take another long swig.
Lucian's just gonna lay there for a second, but after that, just suddenly clutch his forehead, start flailing on the ground.
You hear Deborah start laughing. Sweetheart, you got your ass kicked. Don't fuck with a drunker.
Low, shaky, 2-finger salute. Fuck you. I've got a headache now.
Yeah. She's laughing. She's laughing.
Lucy is just clutching the spot where he's undoubtedly bleeding a little bit from getting smacked in the head.
It hurt. Oh boy, it hurt.
Oh.
It's like a bronze capped blade. So like the butt of the blade was bronze cap, so you took a full hit to the head, man.
That's why the second reaction was him just literally coming to his senses after getting good. A concussion.
And with that, and Gelrum,
Yeah.
you are coming to. Your head is spinning, man. And I mean spinning. I don't know if you know what it feels like, but have you ever gone in for like surgery or like have your wisdom teeth removed and they put you on that really strong anesthetic, like painkiller drug that makes you really loopy?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, like you're coming down from that, basically, is the best way I can describe it. You got the headache, you still feel dizzy. You are currently manacled at the wrists, and you are in a little cage.
In a little wet.
Cage.
Is there anybody in the room?
You see the Dr. Marcus J. Jones, you see Gold Tusk, and you see Zagler. Zagler and the Doctor are currently talking.
Gentlemen, I take it, something happened.
You see the Doctor come down. He hits he has this little stick with a rock on the end of it that starts glowing. He's kind of like, Gelrum, I need you to open your eyes and let me see your eyes real quick. You don't mind?
Sure. And he'll look right. He'll
he's doing the Doctor thing of checking your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Well, the swelling's gone down, the bloodshot's not in your eyes anymore. That's good. And Gelrum, you didn't by chance get bitten by a were creature in the last week or so, did you?
I mean, during our little pit fight down in the Thieves Guild, I did get bit by a creature down there.
So, Gelrum, you have something that some call the craze, I think is one of the words. Where I come from, they call it the taint. You're a reptilian-based creature with a mammal-based lycanthropy curse. You're not going to become the lycanthrope. You're just going to become feral and crazy, unless we can find you a cure.
And okay, well,
And there's some kind of worse news.
oh no.
You're past the point that normal medicine can heal you, boy. Now, there is some luck. Deimos said that we're a few days out from a friend of his that might be able to help. I don't know, maybe it's a magic man, maybe it's a shaman, I'm not really sure. But at this point, you need a strong spell to remove it from you, because you're a few days past the expiration date, so to speak.
Now, seeing as I'm a few days past, do you think that Deimos's friend has any chance at all?
I don't rightly know. I don't want to be rude and say no, because magic and medicine go hand in hand. I'll put it this way, if this was within a couple days of the bite, I have you'll see him kind of hold up this briefcase looking thing. I've got something known as lycanthrope cure. It works wonders on curing somebody who's on the early stages of lycanthropy, but you're in the mid stages, not in the late stage yet. If you were in the late stage, you would need something like a wish spell. Where I understand you're in the mid stages, where something like a greater restoration might help you. I think is what it's called.
How many days before I get into them later stages?
Hard to tell. It depends on your body as well. you're in good shape, and I'm gonna be putting you on a diet with Gold Tusk helps here to really boost your immune system to really help you fight it off. If you follow our regiment and the dietary and stuff, I'd say 4 days at max.
Would I know if I were to potentially, I guess, try and gain Hemoglobia's help with a sacrifice of like some of my blood? Would I know how much and whether or not she might help?
How much blood do you got in that dagger right now?
13, but I don't think we rolled to see how much I would have gotten from those were creatures, because I remember whenever I said I was going to try and take their blood.
Well, you specifically have to make the killing blow with the dagger.
Okay.
That's the one stipulation. Like, you basically have to knock the creature to 0 with a dagger to give it special effect.
Awesome.
And I don't think you did, so.
Well, that's for the
that's
blood
for
creature.
That's for Moxie.
Yeah,
Moxie
I'm
and the
talking
dagger.
for the dagger.
Moxie
I
and
would
the
have
dagger.
taken the dagger to each one of those creatures. That's what I was gonna do.
Because they were already dead, you don't get as much blood out of them. But I'll say there was 4 of them. I'll roll 4d4 for you. 4, 6, 9. You get 10 blood. You get 10 for that.
Ooh, I'll take it. That puts me up to 23.
If you want, go ahead and roll me a history check. If you roll high enough, I'm going to say Moxie told you something.
Great. Oof. That is a 13.
If you sacrifice enough blood to the blade, you could use the blood stored up in the blade to possibly cleanse your blood of any infections, diseases, curses, stuff like that. You're not sure how much blood you need, though. And it would set you back on the blood you have saved up in the dagger.
Which is fine with me. I guess my second question is, if I sacrifice blood, is it permanent?
I'll say you're smart enough to know if you sacrifice your own infected blood, it would mean jack squat. It wouldn't do anything. You would need a living creature, but you now have, 23 points of blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be generous and let you know you need just a few more drops of blood to maybe be able to do something. Because I'm a nice DM.
I might have a way of my own. I can't say much, but if I can go and hunt for a little bit, I think I can alleviate this situation.
Roll a persuasion check to see if you can convince your doctor to let you go out and kill people.
I didn't say people, I just said hunt.
You would
Ask
know it
your
has to be people.
Ask your doctor if killing people is right for you.
Killing people. It can make you feel great and others not feel a thing.
That's another, oh well. Yeah, that's another 13.
You see Marcus kind of go, I don't feel comfortable as your doctor with you performing cult ritualistic things to cure yourself. No offense, that sounds like dark magic, Galram.
I mean, it's fair and all, but I never said I was gonna do it to good citizen, if you know what I mean.
I mean, we're out in the desert, Deimos. You're not gonna find anybody, I don't think.
I mean, I did hear there are some gnolls out there that are terrorizing some caravans, and I don't really believe that's very good out here.
You see Gold Tusk pipe up. Well, actually, you see, I was working at the bar last night as the cook, and I was talking to some people eating my food because they wanted to say thank you to the chef. There are no raiding caravans out there. They're about 10 man strong, each of them. I think you'd die if you tried, Budgie. Why do you need to hunt people, though? God, he's going something stupid with that. Why do you need to hunt people, though?
Well, I assume my sword is somewhere, like probably laying on a table.
Yeah, your weapons are kind of like, they're neatly, like they're polished and clean on a side table. Like they set up like they trust you, but in your crazed state and stuff, they don't want you to have your weapons, so you don't hurt anyone or yourself, you know?
Can I see them?
I'll say yeah.
Now, I can't get into all of it because I'm pretty new to it myself, but that there longsword, name is Moxie, and he's I guess I don't know, a friend of a deity called Hemoglobia, and that dagger there is specifically to her.
Okay, I don't know who that is. Why do you need to kill people?
Well, Hemoglobia, I guess, in a way, does favors for people who, in a way, support her. And hunting people is a way of supporting her, if you know what I mean. I guess. Like I said, I'm new to this. In her, I guess, religion of sorts, it doesn't matter who it is. But I've kind of changed it to, I'm only going to take out people that are bad. People that would wish ill will on myself and my friends. Or anyone. Go ahead.
Well, God, he's going southern. Well, I don't mean no disrespect, but I don't want to see you get hurt, Mr. Engeldrum. I say let's just wait till we meet these friends of Mr. Deimos and see what we get. Going more southern than I want him to, and I can't switch.
I understand, and we can wait this out. But if worse comes to worse, this is an option.
Okay. I'm gonna start sounding like that Sasquatch that get high all the time on the what YouTube website. Well, if you're patient, Mr. Namos, we can probably. If you're patient, Mr. Engeldrum, we can probably get you some help. Blickety split. Just gotta wait a couple days. Them Yumis ain't nothing but a good shot away. Damn gets.
I can be
character.
And let's just hope that this works.
Well, I think it will. We'll get them gets and we'll get you healed, sir.
I do not want to hurt anybody here, and let's just say I know my way around a sword, so if I go wild and happen to grab one, there's going to be some blood.
Well, Mr. Engeldrum, that's why we keep the blades exactly 10 feet away from you at all times.
Let's hope that's far enough.
I mean, you know what they say, when seconds count, we'll sit on our ass for 2 days and smoke Newport cigarettes and eat cheese whiz.
Oh.
Why are you quoting my shit posts in the chat?
Because it made me laugh so much. I'm sorry, that got me. I gotta say it in my worst voice. Right, you kids, let's get going.
Your increasingly bad Southern accent made that even funnier to me.
I'm trying to get back to like the shitty British orc voice because like original orc voices are it's like the crappy Brit voice, and it's slipping into Southern so bad. I'm like, God.
I don't know why you use this button it all the time.
Is it because you're talking in Galerum?
It probably is because I'm talking to you, Gale. I'm saying, got me coming out with this real shitty Southern.
He's one of those people that just like can't help himself and clones voices.
Yeah, that actually is that is a thing I have. I hate it because it's got me in trouble with a dude from New Jersey that came through when I was working at the gas station. Okay, but yeah, are you willing to wait for 2 days to see if they can find the Deimos help?
In Galerum would wait. He would want to. He would want to kind of train. If he can.
They're
if he
not
has
going to
enough
let you out
room.
of the cage.
This
That
cage
is the
too
one thing.
Small.
It is too small, unfortunately. It's not
Then
built
he
to
would
be
just,
accommodating.
I guess, in a way, meditate. Maybe think
Yeah.
about probably. I guess his squad.
Yeah, you are given 3 square meals a day, a very hearty, healthy, like rib sticking meals. Definitely the type of thing where it's like it's supposed to keep you high on the things you need to be healthy and also to make you very sleepy at the same time, so you don't have the energy to fight. Yeah, basically, like they're trying to fatten you up and keep you tired. That way
you in a food coma.
That way you have plenty of fuel to keep the engine running, but you don't have the energy to go crazy.
When he could, he would also be doing like sit-ups, push-ups, pull-ups.
I'll say
so
there's
he
enough.
can stay in somewhat physical shape.
I'll say there's enough room for you to do push-ups and sit-ups. There's no room for pull-ups and stuff like that. You also don't have the bottom of your head to do it.
I mean, if he flipped his hospital bed up and Uncle I rode it, come on.
The cage is too small. This is a cage meant for a small creature like him. So.
This was their plan all along. Oh.
Look, they're selling you to Coastal Fire. They just need to get you fattened up a little bit.
I'll hunt them down. Remember this.
Yeah.
Nah, me and my erstwhile nephew aren't gonna let you get that far.
Your Earth. Oh wow, you think your nephew's gonna help you? Anyways,
we're gonna go show up, see me, and say, "Is that in Galerum? We hate him."
God, kill him with fire.
Oh wait, no, my bad. He's not my nephew. He's my youngest brother.
Yeah,
I forget.
I was gonna say he's the youngest child. Don't you get it mistaken. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take a break here, okay?
Break time, sponsored by, you guessed it, still Martin Mancini. Now.
And shout out. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go. That's more important.
Shout out to Candy Cloud, the only one of 2 subscribers on Subscribe. Sugar Cloud. God, I keep calling her Candy Cloud. Sorry, Thunder. Sugar Cloud. And if you too want to be called out incorrectly by me and corrected by Mayor, go ahead and sign up on the Subscribe Star.
No.
Hell, let's make it extra awkward. We got 2 people that didn't get to answer the opening question.
Oh, I had a better question.
I kind of want to hear their answer.
No, let them do it.
Trucker, ask him it.
Hunter, Sheepy. The question from our bestest viewer, TW King, was, we're all friends. He can tell that we're all friends. Shush. He can tell that we're all friends, but he asked if there's one thing any of us have done to make you very annoyed or very angry.
Hunter, I'll have you start.
Flame had a condition attached to it. It's one person. You can't shit on everybody. It's only one person.
One person that's made
me
angry.
Or a group thing, like something we do as a group.
A couple of these people have said me, so don't be afraid.
You can say whoever you want, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to I don't know. Flame always gets mad at me because of all the high rolls I do, and then he'll throw something at me and try and kill me. Character, it seems like.
Well, you want to know what
If you would've
I
said-
said about you and Mark?
Oh my god. Not even that bad.
I said what pisses off me about you two the most is whenever I throw a beast at you guys or a monstrosity and
We
you
tame
fucking tame it.
I haven't done all of them. I failed
You
on a
know,
lot
like,
of them.
You and
Fine.
your
If it's
The
not you,
snake,
it's
you
the
and
other
your
one.
chicken, the snake, chicken, the ape, the giant fish thing,
I have a spider, or not
a
spider.
spider.
Yeah, it's
Spider, yeah.
the little scorpion.
Well, let sheep.
a little scorpion.
Let sheep go.
Well, I'm not too good at thinking of things that other people would make me upset about. Mainly because I've kind of been raised to be very forgiving at the point where I genuinely forget a lot of the wrongs that have crossed me.
All right. Well, I've
If
got
you're
a,
afraid to hurt my feelings, don't be. I don't have that.
I've got a question. This one's a real nail biter. Who created the moon and stars? I'm gonna start with Trucker because this will irritate the hell out of him.
Wait, time out. In the game or in real life?
In real life, there's only one answer to this. There's a song about it. I want to know if anyone's
Oh,
heard
you
the
son
song.
of a bitch.
Oh my god.
You bastard.
Gravity.
I know this.
Wrong. Mark.
I don't know.
Wrong. Hunter's gone flame.
Fuck you.
All right. Also wrong. Sheep. Who created the moon and stars?
Counter
Your
question:
mama.
what the fuck are you talking about?
Wrong.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Eh?
Wrong.
He just
The correct and only answer is Kim Jong-il. There's a
You
song about
fucking
this.
I knew that was coming.
I'm so tired that I was sitting there stocking butter where I work, and I was like, haha, remember that song? And I'm like, that's a great question to ask these guys. This will irritate everybody.
I refuse to give that man credit for anything.
I'm sorry, it's in the song.
I don't know why, but that song makes me think of the old song Banana Phone.
Ugh.
Because
Oh my god.
supposedly he invented hamburgers and he shot like a 20 in a round of golf. You
Yeah.
know?
I heard he also
Cool.
found a. I heard he also
Cool.
freed a unicorn from a mystical sword.
He was born directly under a rainbow.
I've also been told that his farts, in fact, do not stink.
No, they smell like
Base.
popcorn.
Ugh.
Apparently he makes friends with every animal he sees.
Yeah, he could talk to
Any-
dolphins.
What?
Anybody who gets
I didn't know about the dolphin part.
why are we here?
I don't know. I didn't
His-
expect this to
his
turn into a
vision-
discussion.
his vision is so good that he can watch a rocket launch with the little covers on the binoculars still
What is he, the
on.
reverse Chuck Norris?
No, no one's better than Chuck Norris.
That's why I said
Look.
reverse.
Nobody's as good as Chuck Norris. You
I
know,
don't know. There is a new Chuck Norris on the scene, Ethan Hawke, actually.
I was gonna
from
say,
the,
yeah.
from
I
the
love
Alvin and the
War II
Chipmunks series.
Yeah.
Chipmunks, sorry, I
Well,
screwed that up.
Oh yeah, Ian
World War
Hawke.
II
Yeah.
ended in August of 1945. You know, Chuck Norris was born in August of 1945. Coincidence? I think not.
Look, when Chuck Norris does a push-up, he doesn't push up, he pushes the earth away.
We're not
Look,
doing
man,
this.
he owns several thousand square miles of the Atlantic Ocean. It's called the Bermuda Triangle. He does not tolerate trespassers.
Look, man, the rain doesn't get wet. Chuck Norris doesn't get wet in the rain. The rain gets Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris was born. The doctor died. Nobody
I started
slapped Chuck
something I
Norris.
shouldn't have. I'm sorry.
Chuck Norris was bit by a cobra. After 5 excruciating days, the cobra died.
I'm sorry, listeners. I've started something I shouldn't.
Yeah,
have.
you really should have just stayed quiet.
Look, when I
Sorry,
was in high
listeners,
school, I
pardon
had
me for this.
when I was in high school, I had 2 of those posters on my wall, and it was literally
my
just
next
nothing but
character
Chuck
idea.
Norris jokes.
We
Chuck Norris.
we had a Chuck Norris fan club at the high school I went to.
Flame
We-
didn't hear
we-
me, did he?
No, what'd you say?
I said I have my next character idea.
It's gonna
Look, if
be
you
a
come
way
at
of
me-
the Lone Ranger.
Are they less
Come at
prone
me
to
with
away.
trying
Chuck
to?
Norris wannabe, I'll allow it.
Are they less prone to trying to eat
Right.
poisonous items and getting scratched by cursed items and?
I didn't get scratched. I got bit because I was fighting for you guys. That's not my
No,
fault.
No,
man.
you
Man,
when you were fighting the thing that jumped on the boat that stabbed Alice, it was dead, and you're like, Flame, I want to go touch its jaws, and Flame's like, I don't think you
I
want to
wanted
do that,
to try and
man.
make a weapon.
He's like, I don't
Flame-
think you should do that, man. And you're like, I won't do it, and Flame's like, no, dude, you really don't. You're like, I won't do it. Let me roll that survival, and you did, and you got cursed.
Hey,
Hey, Flame,
know
can I
what?
crawl into its mouth? Did you jump in the water for the body?
Yeah, but that's
No, I
different.
jumped
No, he
in the water for what's her name?
yeah, for
Alice.
Solace.
Right.
Solly?
Solace.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, you
Man.
jumped in for
'Cause
Solly.
nobody else was going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I was just gonna let them go.
Wow. See, that's why Engelman takes those risks, is because he's willing to do anything for anybody else.
I know
but
your
himself.
character reasons are great, but before I knew there was a character reason, I'm like, is it Mark? Does Mark hate playing with us or something?
You
Like,
guys,
geez, Mark, if you don't like us that
I
much,
was
just
like,
let us know.
my
buddy.
backstory. Oh my
I
lord.
was like, oh hell, dude! Like, your character card is my favorite that I've made out of all of them besides Vincent's, and you're trying to get it deleted so quick.
No, I'm playing by my character. My character's selfless.
That's what I gotta say. I admire the most about
He's-
Mark's character is Mark always sticks
noble.
by his character's written things.
Too bad he can't stick by his character's natural voice.
Yeah, he can.
You're right. Yeah, I'm struggling.
My
How many times has that voice changed?
my accent changes every week.
You keep it within a
Similar region.
similar region. Mark has gone from British to country to rugged.
I like the rugged. I like rugged in Gelrum.
Rugged in Gelrum is best. The original in Gelrum was like it made me think of like a British naval officer.
By the way, Mark, what rugged are you going for? Are you going for like Mountain Man Jim Bridger? Or are you going for like Jeremiah Johnson? Or like what are you going for?
I don't know. It's hard for me to get a voice down.
It's
real hard
very
sometimes.
difficult. Just wait for
I
my True
hate
Realms 2 character. That's going to be a real pain in the
Nah.
ass.
I really
Nah,
try
Mark,
to get.
I know what rugged you need to go for. You need to go for the brawny paper towels.
Oh, come
mascot
on,
guy.
dude. Don't
Dude, give
mean-
him something that's possible.
Give
Come
him
on.
give him some respect. Oh, did you all like Comrade Balloon
can't
that I
hurt my
posted in the
feelings, remember.
chat?
He is gonna become an NPC, I swear it.
Comrade Balloon. I thought that was a great place to store my hat. Was the balloon?
I'm
I
surprised
thought it
all
was a
you
bowling
whippersnappers
ball. I'm
know
not gonna
about
lie.
that.
No, my mom just loves me very much and got me like a bunch of balloons that I've been kicking around for 2 days for my graduation. And she's like, I was worried that you'd be like a little irritated or hurt yourself on them. I'm like, I would have loved to die by balloon. You know, I love balloons.
Well, you gotta admit that color pattern makes it look like one of those retro bowling balls.
Yeah, I got a lot of different ones too. Like whoever manufactured that kind of balloon did not want a pattern. They're just like, colors go, and I would love all of
It
them.
looks like a really weird tie-dye swirl.
It makes me think I'm in the 80s, like back in the 80s.
If If you look from the very right all the way to the left and then straight, down, it does look like a very horrified face. Like, I cannot believe I made the mistake of being a communist, but I can't undo it now.
Oh, you're right. It kind of it gives you that like terrifying clown visage, kind of.
It was
I
like the
knew
screen
not what they
painting.
supported.
Yeah, it kind of is like the screen paint. Guess what, viewers? This will be up on our Subscribe Star, so you can know what we're talking about later.
Are you actually gonna post it on Subscribestar?
Fuck it, first tier.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
send it
actually
to you so I
funny.
know what we're talking about.
Trucker, I don't even have a character made or voice made for your campaign, just so you know.
All right. Well,
Look,
I'll be
man,
right back.
I'm all
Just
for-
start up, okay?
Yeah, we should probably get going. We're over time.
I'm drinking a lot of water right now to clear up. Oh god.
I'm just trying to stay focused because I am so tired. Oh, puppy.
Puppy!
Obligatory bark. Come here.
Oh.
Bork.
Well, never mind. Harley has something to say. Is
Is
he
that the best
sponsoring
boy?
the channel?
Is that the best boy?
I think the noise gate canceled Harley.
No, I
I
heard
heard him.
it.
I didn't. I heard, oh! And then it just cut off.
Yeah, that's basically what he did. Harley doesn't.
That's
usually,
all he really does.
Yeah, he doesn't follow. He doesn't have any follow through. He's just happy making half noises.
Harley doesn't woo like dogs. He arfs.
Yeah, he goes, "Arr!" And then that's it. You ask him to expand on his thoughts, and he won't. It's all good.
Now he does grumble a lot. So
Yes, he does. He grumbles a lot.
He's such a grumble. He's such a
Harley is
grumble.
like the old man sitting on the corner. He's got a lot to grumble about.
All right, let's get going.
Alrighty, let me hold on. Let me get the Joe Cat Goblin Bard, and we'll be good to go.
Does it?
Toma,
I'm
you
still
ready?
mad I can't get one.
I got one. So glad I did.
Can somebody send me $650 so I can buy the Lego set that I want? By the way.
Fuck no. Look, we have a stretch goal for a reason. If we can reach it, it'll go towards that.
Can someone send me
Oh,
$277
fucking
so I can buy a house?
Wow, dude, I'm asking for Legos and you want a whole house? That's greedy.
I mean, hey,
Wow,
Hunter,
Michael,
if you
you're-
want, I need another roommate.
You're stealing
Come up
from
here,
me.
bud.
Now you see I have a house. You want a house?
Well, mine wouldn't be more of a house. It'd be more of a storefront
Oh.
with a house in the
What are you
basement.
storefront for?
My girlfriend started a flower shop.
That's awesome, dude.
That's
Dude,
cool.
Yeah.
You're in the sea country, right?
Yeah.
Sea
Do
country.
you
Yeah.
wanna shout that out?
Not really.
Okay.
I mean, hey, it's
That
great
would kinda
advertisement.
be-
Not
Free
yet.
advertisement.
Not
It'd
yet.
kind of be almost
till
like
it-
doxing himself.
Yeah, actually, kind of would be because be like, okay, hey, such and yeah. So let's not. I
Unless
don't want
it's
to.
yeah, if you do it online, if you get an online thing going, let us know and we'll work that into the ads.
Yeah, we just have another advertisement. Anyways, everybody back? Everybody ready to go?
Yeah.
Sure.
One day goes by,
Marcus is dead. Oh.
and unfortunately, Gellerum is no more. He went a little too savage and snapped his own neck.
All right. Good night, Mark.
Mark, you can go ahead and leave. Give me a new character by at least Thursday. We can workshop.
I'm gonna create a monk named Chuck Norris.
No.
Yeah, I told you you're allowed to do it. Just don't be mad when the real Chuck Norris comes and Roundhouse kicks you.
I think it's
You call him
trademark.
Charles something else.
Oh, actually, yeah, Chuck Norris is trademarked, isn't it?
I don't know, dude. I just assume so because Lars Ulrich has taken down the soundtrack to my life.
With a funny name
Do you-
for it, but he will be Chuck Norris.
The only word I know that's not trademarked and can't be trademarked is Marines. But
Anyways,
one day will go by before you guys are the group are called out side by Zolo.
I don't get called out at all without a proper challenge.
He's calling you outside specifically.
All right, I'll go outside.
As you go outside, you see maybe 30 yards in front of you black sand.
Not good.
And I need both Dazzlebooper and Deimos to make intelligence checks or history checks if it is. And Gelram, you are not taken out because you're still in the cage.
Do I get a radio? Oh.
No.
Tell me what you guys are seeing.
I got dual 14s.
Okay.
That's a 15.
Both of you are confused. The Black Sands shouldn't be this close to the border. You've only been traveling for a day now. You've only covered basically would be 2 squares. The Black Sands should still be at least a day and a half to 3 days away.
I'm going to immediately cast Sending and contact Dad.
Okay. What do you say?
I have to count. Father, Black Sands encroaching on border. Reached many days before should have. Troubling.
You get back, and your father's voice, a very rugged, deep, gruff voice. Check it. That's all you get.
I will advise everyone to stay back. And knowing this is probably not a good idea, I'm going to check it.
Okay, you're gonna walk up. You're gonna walk up to 20 yards to touch the black.
Assuming that I know what he means by check it.
Yeah, you would know.
I know a better way, an easier way to check it. I will approach it and I will cast Divine Sense.
You're walking up to 20 yards.
Use my I'll use my Divine Sense.
You want to go ahead and make me an Arcana check?
Yeah, of course. That's a 13.
The Black Sand will not proc your Divine Sense.
Yeah.
Because it is the dead ash and metallics and like metal ash from their dead bodies. So any residue is so small it can't be detected by your kind of spells. You would have to have specifically trained items to be like, okay, we're detecting this specific thing. It's specifically designed like that. So yeah, your thing will go off and you won't detect a single thing. Does Deimos still go up to 20 yards to inspect it?
Yeah.
Do you touch it?
No.
Okay.
What exactly is he wanting me to do by testing it? This is
What
something
is
as the player I don't know.
What does Deimos think he should do to check it?
The only thing I can readily think of is to ritual cast Identify on it.
I mean, it's up to you. You're not touching it though.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna cross that crap off the list.
Cross that what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. You're gonna ritual cast Identify.
Yes.
Is there anything anybody else is doing in those 10 minutes while he casts Identify?
The only thing I could genuinely think of is just Dazzlebooper being up there with him.
Anybody else?
Does anybody tell Engelrum what's going on?
No, you're still in the doctor's office, unfortunately, buddy.
Well, yeah, but nobody's relayed information.
Nope,
Can I ask for information?
not really.
Is there anybody?
They're
in there?
outside the carriage, bud.
Even the doctor.
The doctor's not outside the carriage. He's with you.
Yeah. Can I be like? Well, he wouldn't know that they're out there.
Yeah, he wouldn't know anything. It's not like they've got sending stones or something, bud.
Oh yeah, but
Is anyone else going up to 20 yards to go inspect the sand with them?
No.
Okay. Then Dazzle Booper, could you do me a favor and roll a perception check?
Yeah, sure. That's a 16.
You see something moving amongst the blackened substance. Multiple forms.
Now, would that proc my divines? Would that be sensible? Yeah, divine set.
These in particular, no.
Oh,
We got incoming.
I have a goofy idea.
Mm-hmm.
I, first off, want to cover my face with, like, some cloth or something. Just so I'm not directly breathing in the air.
I'll say, yeah, you got like a handkerchief or something like that.
Great. Once that's complete, I'm going to pull out one Angel Wing cigarette. I'm going to rip it open and sprinkle it in the sand and see what happens.
Are you going the 20 yards up to the black sand?
Yeah. To do this, I will.
Okay, nothing happens. You wasted a cigarette. Do you touch the black sand?
Could I try to set that on fire to see if I can get it high?
If you rip it, no. If you want to like stick the doobie in the ground and light that, you could.
Yeah,
But then my question still is the same. Do you touch the black substance?
No, I'm going to just stick it in the sand then. Yeah, I'll change it to sticking it in the sand and lighting it.
Okay. I need you and Engelrum, or not Engelrum, but Dazzle to make con saves. You with advantage because you're covering your mouth.
All right.
Hooray!
That's 20 man.
Okay.
Also 20 way.
You guys do whatever your characters would do if they were high.
I'm gonna just go sit down. I'm gonna go back to the carriage and sit down.
You're just gonna go back to the carriage and sit? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna nope.
Well,
Okay.
So now that he's kind of intoxicated in a way that he's not familiar with, Dazzle Booper is gonna just begin to cry because he has a bunch of pent up bullshit. He has a lot of pent up bullshit that has happened to him for this past week.
I'm gonna say when your your tears are water. Never mind, they won't do that. Your tears would be like hot oil or something. I'm not really sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say at this moment the 10 minutes has gone by. Deimos,
Yeah.
can you pull up identify for me? Does this identify just magical or does it identify natural as well?
I think identify works on magical and non-magical things.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pull up the identify spell then. That does not sound right to me. That really does not. Identify 5D.
Well, I
You
just
choose one
looked up
object
the
that you must
wording
touch.
for it.
You must touch
Yeah,
to the
no
cast the
problem.
spell if it is a magic item or some other magically imbued object. You learn its properties and how to use it, and then whether it requires attunement to use, how many blah blah blah. You can learn. Okay. Deimos, you get nothing. Oh, and you have to touch the ground.
Yeah, I forgot about you have to be able to touch it.
Deimos, as you touch this, you kind of pull a piece up and you look at it. That's not sand. That's like charcoal. It's like crushed up charcoal. And at this point, as you realize that, as its head begins to rise up from the charcoal ground, you see a blackened canine. Think like a jackal-based canine. Some humanoid jackal canine, like covered in this black soot and ash, looking like directly staring at you. It's holding a khopesh in one hand and a horn in another, and it's staring you like dead in the face. It's got crazed eyes, but it has not attacked.
Do I get the sense that it is still capable of understanding me? Or is it like... is it that meth head stare?
Intelligence check. Yes, Tomo, they're making intelligence checks.
12.
It's got the look of a stare of a kid who's just saw something that mom and dad told it not to touch. And it's like, oh, I want to touch it so bad, but it's like, if I do, I'll get in a lot of trouble. And it's staring directly at your chest, where a certain tabard is.
I will say in clear and concise common, you are encroaching on clay traveling routes. Explain yourself.
You'll hear in broken common, you are clay sanction merchant?
I am a clay main family member.
Roll persuasion with advantage because of the symbol.
$15.
Why you here?
Family business.
The boss?
Clan business.
The boss?
Yes.
Follow. And you see him like grab his horn, and he'll play like a low but loud note, just like, and you'll see coming like bursting out of the ash and stuff 30 more of these jackal humanoids.
I will motion for everyone still present to follow, but don't get too squirrely.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I jump on the carriage with Solo and go, follow him.
You see him like scratching his neck. Hey man, you got any more of that stuff?
Not right now. We're following.
Oh, okay. You see him take out a bowl and like light a candle underneath it and start huffing the fumes of it, and snaps an invisible ring.
Isn't that
Hey,
crazy?
Deimos, can you grab the crying salamander?
I'll just pick Dazzle Booper up by the scruff
Hey, Deimos.
and just
Shit, sorry.
Yes, hoax.
Ask this person if they ever tried Angel Wing. Tell them I said it was crazy first, though.
At this point in time, that may not be advisable.
Son of a bitch.
I have. Ask him if he's tried elemental kush.
Most useless conversation to have right now.
I'm sorry,
Amos will look.
I'm sorry.
Amos will look back over his shoulder.
Shit.
Hoax, he heard you.
Awesome.
He claims he has. He wants to know if you've tried something called elemental kush.
Tell him I have not.
I'll just look back at this knoll expectantly.
Remember, kids, use responsibly.
Fuck's sake.
Is the
Look,
perfect
I'm not condoning it, but be responsible.
perfect being high as, refusing to understand the logic and still using Deimos as a go-between.
He'll hold up like a fat doobie.
I'm not participating, I'm telling you that right now.
You might not be see Zolo's eyes pop on his head in that cartoon style.
Is Lucian right there?
I don't know, is Lucian right there?
Maybe.
I'm going to
Puff, puff,
calmly. I'm going to calmly hand Dazzle Booper to you and strongly advise against it.
You see him light up the doobie, starts puffing it. Puff, puff, pass. He'll offer it to you, Lucian.
I need to make a roll. Odds or evens.
Do you partake of the elemental lettuce?
Yeah.
Yes, folks, there's
no.
drugs. Get over it if you don't like it.
Sorry. Odds. No go.
Also,
I'm a narc.
also it kind of makes sense, at least for Dazzle Booper, mainly because his kind most common method of drug consumption would be through.
Yeah, I love how, like, this is a sidetrack, but people are like, oh, drugs weren't consumed in the old days. Bull fucking shit. They were one of the biggest sellers. Because they were both a spiritual and a psychedelic. But anyways, yeah. You guys are led for, like, basically the rest of the day, you are led through this black ash, for lack of a better term, as you come to realize, asking and talking, this isn't the black sand, but they basically explained to you, they made a huge perimeter of black ash to deter people from coming through this route so they can control what comes in and out and scare people not to take this path, making them think they're heading into the Black Desert.
I'm going to convey all of that to Dad via another sending spell.
He just sends you, I know, I ordered it.
Well, am I not surprised?
Actually, no, you don't get a response from him. He wouldn't have responded to you this time.
Still, why am I not surprised?
Yeah. You are led to this giant, like, multi tented camp, probably 30 tents in all. You see women, children, elderly, and a few able-bodied men going around tending to interesting things. It seems like the charcoal is also used in the help of farming, because it's charcoal. You know what charcoal can be used for. And they are growing some smaller crops. The jackal kind of stop, and he'll kind of like whistle. And Deimos, you'll see a very familiar human come walking up to you. You would know this is Melissa. This is Jackson's eldest daughter. They're kind of
Hello,
talk.
Melissa.
She sees you. Either the heat's getting to me or Uncle Deimos is in front of me.
I fear it's not the heat, my niece. It's me, it's Deimos.
And where did you come from?
Well, long story. The shortened version is we're trying to make it to that orc encampment. We're actually looking for Jackson, but seeing you here makes me think he might be here. Where is your dad?
Well, Dad is currently in charge of the orcs at this orc encampment right now. Did you pass by a town with a bunch of Dragonborn?
Yes.
Did you run into Allison by any chance? You know Allison is the second daughter. Jackson only has a daughter.
Yes. Didn't I? Wasn't she the one there with me and Johnny?
No, that was Johnny's
I
child.
can't. Oh, yes, I can't pull
That
my
was-
notes right now. So
That was the one that you were with Johnny's, I think, second or maybe eldest child. I can't remember off the top of my head. But that was Elizabeth.
then no, I did not.
Well, she's discovered wild shaping, and she's been taking the form of multiple creatures and deciding to strike it out on her own.
Would one of those happen?
She was to be in a town.
Would one of those happen to be some kind of sea beast?
I'm not sure.
Or maybe perhaps any other form of knoll? She doing spy work for Dad?
No. At most, I've heard she's been rodents, insects, avians, things like that.
Huh. And here I was thinking I was the black sheep of the family.
You do know we are druids by fathers, so it is what we were taught.
Yeah, that's one of my theories as to why he doesn't like me so much. Speaking of not liking me very much, what's all this? The, subterfuge with the charcoal. Are we
Well,
on friendly terms?
it started out as a way to help grow more crops. You know, the nitrogen, oxygen, and the nitrogen and plant and charcoal can help with plant growth. And then I talked to Dad and Grandpa about possibly bringing in large sums of it and crushing it up and making it look like the sand. That way we can help guide the caravans we want to attack away from the open areas and into more choke points that we can control. Grandpa and Dad were pleased with my decision, with my idea, and that's what we came with.
So, what I heard about caravans being attacked, that's us?
Well, it's the gnolls and the orcs that we have under our control, yes. We are attacking specific caravans with the capital symbol and caravans that have not either formed an alliance with us or paid a tax to come through our territories.
You would think your uncle would have explained that to me, but then again, I guess when you're limited to 25 words per. Oh well, I thought the actual sands were encroaching on the border.
No, the barrier is still up and strong. Keep the sand from growing. Some of our kin have been making sure it's been staying strong.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm sort of familiar with the sands themselves, and it worked on me. So,
Yes.
good idea.
Thank you.
I'll give her an awkward pat on the back.
she does that thing of like thank you, but like at the same time like okay, don't make this weird.
Yeah, not only did
Oh,
everything happen to
what?
Millie, but also the sheriff. I've been having such a bad week.
Speaking of that, Melissa, I'm almost positive that two of my friends back there inhaled some of the charcoal. Is there something in that that would make them, well, that? And then I just thumb over at Dazzle Booper.
No, it's just regular charcoal.
Well, it seems to have somewhat of a negative effect on Dazzle Booper over there. I'm not
Well,
entirely sure what he is, but
he looks to be a lizard of some kind. Maybe a sand bath will do him good.
maybe. Do we have facilities where we could park that?
Yeah.
And then
Yes, actually,
point
she'll
at
point to
hers.
like she'll point to like a collection of like 3 large tents. That's for caravans that are aligned with us. We let them stop, graze, get some food and water, and resupply. You can get lodging over there.
I'll turn over, like look over my shoulder. Zolo, park it.
Solo ain't driving. He's just sitting there like a lump. I'm driving.
Zolo's doing that thing of like cats where they've got the funny face with their tongue just hanging out like Zolo may have a
Okay,
drug problem.
never mind hoax. Park it.
All right,
Folks, make me a vehicle check with disadvantage because you're high.
but just so everyone's aware, all taxation is indeed theft.
Do you have advantage on this?
I have proficiency.
So yeah, make the check with disadvantage because you are intoxicated. Remember, kids, don't drive under the influence. We do not condone that.
Oh, please don't run anybody over.
Oh, beans.
Nemo
I was thinking of a
says with his
different
volume
character,
turned
so, whoops. That was a different character that had proficiency in land vehicles. That was Minister. I should not have been driving.
Oh no!
So that is that's an 11.
I'm gonna roll for Zolo just to see if he snaps out of it to help you. Yeah, Zolo gets
Please do.
a 19. Like you're about to crash into a tent, Zolo grabs it and pulls it to the side real quick. Let me drive, Hoax. Yeah, you're not good under the influence like me.
I'm a professional.
You about hit a tent that says for orphans.
I got us this far.
You about hit the orphan tent.
I really feel like I'm a very good driver. Like I should have. I think I had my license at one point. Somebody I know has a license.
I know how to
Hoax,
drive.
give me your keys. You don't need a drink and have keys. Give me your keys.
I know how to
Zolo's
drive.
already taken the keys. We're good.
And somebody shut Dazzle Booper up. He's crying still.
Deimos is just sitting there massaging his temple.
I just
Something he
imagine
picked up from his mom. Just
I just imagine
the
like you're
metal
driving
squeaking on
like,
metal.
oh my god. All right, yeah, you guys make it to the tents. You're able to get like a nice little spot that you're able to park and stuff.
Nobody else has sniped our spot.
Nope, you get prime. You actually get Children of Clay parking pass. You know.
So there's no other truck drivers at this truck
Nope.
stop.
Nope, you're the favorite trucker, so they kept a spot open just for you. You know, that kind of privilege.
God, I wish either one of you knew what you were talking about.
So we're not.
No,
so,
you know you're sweet with the lady that gives the coffee, so she keeps a good spot for you.
This isn't a Swift cart. This is a cart that people respect.
Oh.
You're talking to Swift. I'm not wrong, but damn.
Look, they make it easy.
They really do. Anyways, yeah, you guys are able to get some parking. They'll give you like, hey, do you need a tent? Do you need space to set up a tent? You kind of explain you'll sleep in your carriage. Like, okay, yeah, you're good to go. They'll explain like, there's a store over there. There's a place we can get food or supply. There's a communal bath over there, and there's like a sand hot spring over there with like roiling sand that you can take a dip in that'll actually help you.
I'm good. I'm just gonna go straight into the cart.
Okay.
Melissa.
Damo, you are told a couple of like heavily armored, black-skinned orcs will come up to you. They're wearing like heavy shrouds that cover as much of their skin as possible, but you can see their hands and their feet. They're covered in like they have black skin. They tell you that you are needed.
All right.
Okay.
Could I have relayed the fact that I have a compatriot who is in desperate need of medical assistance? And I
Yeah,
was specifically told to find Jackson to take care of it.
you can. If Engelum's okay with it, your cage is going to be wheeled out.
Melissa, niece of mine, that friend there, bitten by a were-tiger.
He's kind of staring.
I was specifically told by Johnny to find Jackson, and that Jackson could assist on taking care of him.
Engelum, I have to ask, do you have your military symbols still on you?
Yeah, it's on my armor. It's kind of hidden underneath the cloak that I'm wearing, but
Now, above game, they might have taken that off of him to administer treatment.
Yeah, they would have taken that off to administer treatment. So
well,
your
it's on
armor
my
is
armor.
clear
So
today.
if they see my armor,
Yeah,
I'm trying to save your ass right now.
I know. I'm just saying he wears it proudly.
she gets a sound. She doesn't like. She gets that kind of look of like, you know, like the secretary having to deal with the annoying customer look.
Yeah.
You'll see her like whisper something to a couple of gnolls, and the gnolls will take the little cage away.
I'll follow the two orcs now.
Yep, you were led in the opposite direction of the cage.
Oh, fantastic.
And yeah, you were led to a relatively large tent.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead and ask the question.
The manner in which I am being escorted, is it guarded escort? As in they're making sure I don't leave? Or are they just taking me where I'm needed to be?
There's two guards in front of you, nobody behind you.
Okay, good. So they're just escorting. They're not guarding my escort. Got it.
Yeah. You were led to a nice big tent. I'll show you a map, even though I know you can't look at the map. This is kind of for everybody else who wants to look at the map. The nice large tent. There's a giant table in the front with a map on it. 3 beds. 5 barrels in a corner. 2 like tribal skull trophies. A weapon rack. And a chained coffin in a corner. And you'll see sitting, or like standing in front of the table, looking at the map. You would recognize them in their tan brown robes. Jackson Clay.
Jackson.
You'll kind of look up. Oh, Deimos, welcome.
It has been a while. I hope you're doing okay.
I'm doing quite well. What brings you to the front?
Well, we were... Sorry, I'll start in the more logical place. You're aware that Johnny, Elizabeth, myself, and some of our other forces were sent to recover Mom, correct?
Yes, I was informed you're sent to recover Mom. Have you recovered Mom?
I'm gonna look Jackson right in the face as best I can with, the no facial features I have.
Yeah.
Mom's body was stolen
I am
the
aware.
night before we were set to leave.
I am aware of this. Johnny informed me of quite a few things. He also told me that you were to find Mom's body before you returned.
Yes.
So, have you found Mom's body?
No. The people responsible, the man whom I believe actually made off with her, transferred, the direct possession before I could get to him. I know not where she is, but I'm tracking leads. It is a devious group. Lab coats, humans from what I've seen. They call themselves. God, I wish I could look at my notes. Wasn't it something of evolution?
Brotherhood.
You would know specifically that's what the group was once called, yes. Though Celine tells you that's not. She was a member of the original Brotherhood of Evolution, but since those fuckers came in and fucked the shit up, she wouldn't consider them the Brotherhood anymore. Mm-hmm. But it depends on what you believe.
I followed a lead and found a individual proclaiming to be from the original group, but apparently the original Brotherhood of Evolution has splintered. They're now some kind of fanatical cult within the cult.
Okay. Did you find out information on where to find this group?
Yes and no. The information I have from the former member, she claims that where they used to do most of their experimentation was somewhere that is always cold. And if not for one of my compatriots being in dire need of protecting someone close to him who is probably alive, I would be on that border instead of this one. But
and who and what is this compatriot, I guess? And why do they outweigh?
Well, I have in my own idea some notion that if I can get this assistance, if I can offer aid here, storming some facility in the far north might be slightly easier with a full force and not just myself. Because after whatever happened in the capital, we all seem to have split.
And does everybody feel this way? Does everybody feel like they should go straight for this other person? Deimos, you understand my hesitance on this. If you need help storming a facility, you could come to me, you could come to any of our other siblings. They'd be more than happy to bring their battalion to go storm any base or castle. I guess
that is also another reason why I'm here now.
You wish to what? Leave your group so they can go on their adventure and you get actual help and go on the proper one to go find Mom's body?
proper for us, yes, but there is a life that still needs to be protected, a spark that may still be a light. You know, Mom would want to protect a life. If she taught me nothing else, it's that. Life must be protected.
Yes. Yes. Mom's favorite toy would know that. Yes. Deimos.
Amos's eyes actually go a little purple at that.
Deimos, I'm going to say this nicely as I can. Father's full and sole mission right now is getting back Mother's body. You were put on this because he trusts you. After all, he knows you're his, well, he knows you're not his biological child, but you are Mother's child at least. So he trusted you with this job. And from what I can tell, you're betraying that trust, Deimos. So, I'll ask this. How does helping this person, this friend of a friend, how does this help you and me? How does this help the Clay family? Do they have power that can help us hunt down the people that stole Mom? Do they have a waiting army that we can use upon their rescue?
Maybe not an army, but power these people do have.
What kind of power? Yes. What kind of power do they possess? They possess connections to a primal being? Are they the chosens of a god? What are they?
You know, one of the other teachings, how untempered steel will always be weaker than tempered steel.
Do not.
Surely you remember the teachings.
Deimos, do not quote the Forge to me. I am not one of the Forge like you and Mother. I'm not like Alice, who believed, or not Alice. I'm not like our sister like you, who took the Forge. I'm not like Father, who took of the moon, either. I am one blessed by the sun and the sands. As much as I am like Father, I do not follow everything. So do not quote that forging wisdom that most Mom and Allison gave you. So I ask again, and I ask simply, what does it give us? And you would know this is very traditional, like, of Jackson. He is very military oriented in this action because he took so much like Jarrett. He's like, all right, what can they give us? If there's no reason, if there's nothing they can give us, why are we bothering with it?
There is one who can generate flames as hot as the forge. He can throw fire. He wields fire. There is one who can walk about unnoticed. He has some method, I'm not sure what, of changing himself. He walks about in crowds. He can be unnoticed by those who know him. That seems useful.
So
There is one kobold who seems to have such dogged determination that not even the bite of a were-tiger seems to want to slow him down. I heard instead of, receiving, treatment to stay off the craze just to get here, he wanted to train. That kind of determination speaks volumes to one's character. I know not much about the one in purple. I haven't been around him long enough. But he seems to have his own variety of determination. From what I heard from this former individual, it would take some level of determination and, shall we say, a tempering to get in and out of this place. I am simply living by one of the tenets Mother taught me.
You see
Either the fire in the forge is dictated by what you put into it.
you
I
see
help others so that I may receive help in return.
you see a soft smile spread across his face. That's always like you. Fine. I won't report this, Father. You're here to save a friend. Where are you going to save this person? Deimos?
I'm sorry, my phone must have went really weird. I didn't hear half of that. I'm sorry.
He gets like a soft smile on his face. He kind of goes, Fine. I won't tell Father or anyone. But where are you going to save this friend? What are you doing? Exactly.
I was specifically told to seek you, find you. I
And
contacted Johnny, my kobold friend that I mentioned before, Were Tiger Bite. Johnny specifically told me to find you, and I find you here.
you said he's been infected,
Yes.
so he has the
Apparently,
crate.
they gave him some kind of medicine, and it has held off the craze, but apparently it will beset him again if it isn't taken care of.
Well, did you already give him to my men, or is he still with your group?
He was escorted by way of cage,
Ah,
although they took the cage in the opposite direction of where you are.
yes, he's probably in the holding pen, so to speak. It's where we keep a few of the creatures we found that are sick or needing treatment. Come, let us go see this friend of yours and
I'll
invite your other
Yeah.
allies so we can have some
Is he-
words.
Is he walking up to me?
He's kind of like walking past you, like kind of like he'll walk past you, kind of put your hands on your shoulder and tell you to come with him, kind of thing.
I'm gonna catch him by the elbow as he passes by. My eyes are gonna be go to a very deep blue color. Jackson,
Yes.
one thing I saved. This former member of this Brotherhood of Evolution. She gave me a warning.
What?
She said that the likelihood of us receiving Mom the way she was is not good. She seemed to be of the opinion that they have done something to her. What that is, I know not. And frankly, I now know what fear feels like.
You see a sour look come over his face before he kind of like brushes it off. He really kind of gesture for you to follow him. You said you
I'll
have
follow.
others with you, right?
What was that?
You say you have others with you?
Yes.
Go collect them. We are going to have a little feast and a game tonight. I'd like you all to be with me as guests of honor. You go get them. I shall heal your friend.
Should I be concerned?
I don't see why.
Well,
Going to heal your friend.
maybe I should warn them about some of the gladiatory sports.
Well, it's not a gladiatorial. This isn't one of our traditions, actually. This is one of the orc traditions around here. It's a mating thing, but it has other rituals tied to it as well.
Fair enough.
It is rude to deny a culture its traditions.
Also fair. I'll head back to the carriage to get everybody.
Okay, while you're doing that, we're gonna transition on into Engelrum.
Oh no.
Engelrum, a very scrawny, skinny human walks up to you. He is in a brown cloak with his hood down. He has sandy blonde hair, soft blue eyes, very pale skin with almost like a glow to it. He kind of looks down at you in disgust for a second as he sees your symbols. And who are you?
The name's Engel.
Well, Engelrum, are you the friend of one Deimos?
I
Making all eyes of the Draconian node. Deimos, you do love to piss father off. I was informed you have, Weretagger curse.
it would seem so.
Peachy. I'm going to need you to do me a huge favor. And you see him like pull out this like weird lopsided fruit. It looks to be red with like a bunch of streaks of purple through it and blue dots all over it. Kind of waves his hands over it and it starts to take like a greenish blue shimmer. And you're going to want to consume this entire fruit.
Well, if it helps me get rid of this affliction, and it helps me get to helping Deimos and my friends, might as well.
It should help. Some of it will come down to your body's natural immune system, but this should help. Do you partake of the fruit?
I do.
It tastes awful. You feel like it's like a kid eating shitty medicine, man. It works, but God, is it just that like you want to puke it up kind of taste?
Reminds me of the rations.
Quite. Now, if you don't mind me asking, how did you meet my brother?
Well, it was in the city, actually. We kind of just bumped into him. A lot of things went sideways in the city. Funnily
Indeed.
enough, we brought a mountain to the fine city.
You see a smirk kind of cross his face as you say that? Like one of those laughing smirks? How many buildings did you destroy?
Were we told how many buildings we destroyed?
You didn't. You were not told. So, say what you want to say.
Well, I'm not privy to that information, but unfortunately, I'd say probably quite a few. It was quite the mountain.
Good. Very good. Now, I'm going to let you out of your cage. If you feel, for any reason, the onset of bloodlust or the need to mark your territory like a cat, just lock yourself back in this cage.
I will do so. Hopefully, that's behind me, but...
Good. and he'll just like tap this like gnarled like desert wood staff on the lock of your cage, and then the lock will literally like you hear this, where the whole lock will turn into like rusted dust, for lack of a better term.
I appreciate you helping me.
He'll get like real close to you. If you hunt Deimos, I will make sure to skin you alive and make a cloak out of you. Is that understood?
He'll kind of look at him. I want to look straight into him. My friend, I don't plan on hurting Deimos. The only time I plan on hurting someone is if they hurt my friends, and Deimos is a friend. He has done the utmost to help out us and myself as well, and I consider him a brother of sorts.
Good. And as you're looking at him, you see his skin takes a weird complexion. Have you seen Spider-Man 3?
Yeah.
You know when Sandman's skin starts to take that sandy form, and it looks like it's breaking apart just a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what his face. That's what the skin on his face starts to do a little bit.
Is he
Now-
wear sand?
I'm sure you may know my story, and if you don't, you'll probably hear about it if you even say my name.
I could say less.
Well, know this. Anybody I consider a brother, I will put my life on the line for them,
Good,
no matter what.
good. Deimos is collecting the rest of your friends. If you have anything from the carriage you need, go grab it. You and your group are invited to the pit tonight.
Sounds fun. And I'll make my way to the carriage to get my weapons and stuff.
Alrighty, before you get there, Deimos, you make your way to the carriage. I'm gonna say for the lack of say for brevity, the rest of the group's kind of just that commons area where everybody meets up.
Well, everybody, you'll be pleased to know that my younger brother Jackson says that he can, in fact, help in Gelram, and is probably doing so right now.
Okay.
I got good news for Lucian. They found your ley lines, or AP did, so there's that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well then.
Arachnia and headed towards the Frostlands.
Seriously, that far out? Bloody fuck me. Well, never said it was gonna be easy.
Welcome to hell.
And speaking of the
Side-eyes Brenda, trust me, I deal with it every day.
He just gives you that shitty grin.
speaking of the Frostlands,
Just smooches the air
Mr. Dazzlebooper, once we recover your friend Millie, could I count on you and the group's assistance in storming that facility in the Frostlands to recover my mother's body?
Yeah, sure.
Why not?
I kind of had to talk you up a little bit to Jackson because he's not exactly pleased that instead of going straight there, I opted to save the life that may still be burning.
Nice.
But
what of the gnolls that? Well, might also be a good idea for me to ask about Where the sheriff. What happened to the sheriff? The prior to him. After all, she is Millie's mom.
I would say ask around here in the encampment. Some of the scouts may have seen people, skirting the false sand perimeter that they set up.
Okay.
Anything is possible. We have been invited to some kind of event, a feast, and some kind of celebration. Jackson seemed to indicate it was some kind of formal to-do.
Understood. And
I'll say at this point, and Galram, you make your way to the cart as well. What was that, Dazzle? You're doing what now?
well, after everything was kind of in the intermediary between now and when the banquet starts, Dazzle would probably ask around about Sheriff Ironstrike's whereabouts.
She's a human, right? A human female?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me just a straight investigation.
Right.
Just to see what you get.
Pull up. And that's a 16.
As you go out, you start seeing a lot of the gnolls are heading towards like tents and flaps, like to get sleep, and you see a lot of these like black-skinned orcs coming out with different symbolages on them. They seem to be symbolages of like red skulls weeping black tears. And you kind of like, you try to talk to a couple of the gnolls, and they're just like, they're brushing off like, oh, it's fine, we don't give a shit. Talk to your orcs. And a lot of the orcs you talk to, they don't speak common. And I'm pretty sure you don't speak Undercommon, right?
No.
Do you speak Orcish?
Unfortunately, no. The only languages he knows are Common, Primordial, and Sylvan.
Okay, yeah, like they do not. Yeah, they do not really speak to you. Then they don't understand.
All right.
Yeah, like unfortunately, like you're coming in night, and as the orcs and stuff start coming out, you guys are come to again by crap, I just forgot Jackson's eldest daughter's name.
Allison.
Melissa,
thank you.
Melissa Beans.
Allison is his second eldest, and that's also Allison is actually the name of two people. Allison is the second daughter of Jackson, and that is the fourth child of Jarrett Clay as well. That's the other cleric of the forge that you and Deimos connected with, but that's this one. Yeah. Melissa will kind of come up and be like, Father said you were coming to direct you all to the banquet.
Understood.
At the point that I actually walk in, though, I'd be adjusting my armor and whatnot.
So kind of looks at you. Oh, good, you're already ready.
Is Alice with me, or?
Yeah, like you guys are on the carriage, so I'll say yeah.
Alright, cool. I would take her with if they allow it.
All are welcome. Men, women, children, like, they let you know all are welcome. This is both food, drink, entertainment, dance, and combat. They do prophesize the combat is a mating thing, so if you're not looking to mate, don't step into the combat.
I'll just look at them when they say that. And go, don't worry, I already. No, I'm set.
She will look to you and say, "Well, if you do win and you do have a mate already, you can literally just go to her. You'll just be given a tent for the night to have what you lovers do."
This is.
She says, going a little red, turning her head.
This is making me want to quote The Simpsons, so I'm just gonna move on.
I mean, I don't hate you quote it, but just don't get us in trouble.
It's like that one where Kirk is like, I sleep in a race car bed, and Homer says, I sleep in a big bed with my wife.
I sleep with my wife. Yeah. That makes me laugh my ass off. I'm like, oh, that poor fella. But yeah, do you guys wish to go to the banquet?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
There is a mountain of food between fresh vegetables and meats of different varieties. I will say this, a lot of the meats are like insectoid meats. You see scorpions, crickets, desert-based insectoids, and stuff like that, and serpents. You see some serpents.
Surprisingly, Dazzle Booper is a little bit more at home with this sort of meal. Though it's a little more dry than his liking.
They are spiced just enough that it's got just a bit of heat to it where like if you're not waiting for it, it's gonna bite you. But it's still pretty good.
Nice.
I'll just eat the serpent.
Alright. The night will continue as 5 female orcs will come out and start doing this ritualistic tribal dance with drums and a giant bonfire in the middle. Does anybody here speak Orcish?
Boy, howdy, I sure wish I did.
Anybody at all?
No.
Does
I don't think anybody here does.
Does Draconic and or Infernal count?
No.
Shame.
Then unfortunately you have no idea what they are saying. Oh, sorry, I swallowed my own spit there. But it is loud and boisterous, and like a lot of the other orcs are getting into it, like clapping and chanting and beating on drums and sticks and other things, just like along with it. And as that gets along, somebody will come up and add more sticks and other things to the fire. As you see, people are starting to come out into the area surrounding the fire. And like you see 2 men, 2 women, a couple other men, a couple other women, and they'll just start fighting. Like just bare knuckle brawl around this fire. And if anybody wins, they will drag the loser into the flames, like throw them in the flames just long enough to burn a piece of their body and then throw them out.
I'll point at Lucy. Get in there. You need some discipline.
Any of them catch your eye, Lucian?
Perception.
To see if any of the orcs catch your eyes? Go ahead.
You laugh, but I have a +6 to this.
This is literally going to be that Futurama skit.
I mean,
Underestimates die.
Trucker, I might need a picture from your server.
Dog.
Which one you gonna need?
Let's stop.
That's 20.
Keep this in
Give me the-
video.
Give me the orc. Give me that orc lady.
I didn't mean to sound like.
That's exactly what you sounded like. Anyone catch your eye, Lucian? I was like, sheep, come on, man.
Well, he was trying to be smug. Like, he hasn't sounded He hasn't had this much energy since like he left. Since he
has
left
been
for.
playing.
For context, I asked him why he sounded like Braden from the Claxbacks TikToks, which is just pure brain rot.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
funny.
Trucker,
He
I'm gonna
he has been
put the
playing
intermission
Lucian as if it moves, he might.
Yeah.
And you just challenged him to it.
Yep. I just told him he needed discipline because I'm the least disciplined person here.
that's Medusa. That's not what I want. Damn it.
Me and
Trucker,
Lucian, if
your char chat sucks.
me and Lucian ever teamed up, it
Alright,
would be the least helpful group.
Keep it PG-13 in here, damn it.
Why
I love
is
it.
this
I'll
channel's
do what I
locked?
want. This channel's already locked as an 18+ channel. I'll do what
Here,
I
this
want.
is well, you can't post it on YouTube.
I'm not
so.
posting on YouTube. I'm looking for a specific image in chat. Trucker, would you do me the honors of looking for an orcish woman in your chat? You know what I'm looking for. While I describe what I
This has been an
what Lucian
incredible
sees.
short break back to the scene.
Lucian, you see a half-orc female. She's not sitting down. She's out there fighting. She's got two males that she's grabbed and like, you know the head knock thing where she grabs two heads and knocks them together?
Now kiss.
She's tossed them both headfirst in the flames and grabbed them by their ankles and chucked them out. She has a very muscular build, but she has like that smoothness of the human facial features. Definitely like her mother or her father was human and it's influenced her facial features. She's more humanistic and that feat than orcish, but she definitely has the muscle of an orc.
This one.
Post it.
Post it.
Yeah, that works. Just without the bow. That'll work.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Alright.
That was the wrong words to say, but whatever.
You've committed.
I will
Well,
say
that-
this: she does have the
Shrugging to-
blackish gray. She does have like the blackish gray skin that all the other orcs here have.
What? Lucian seeing her after taking a look at Dazzle be like, well, at first I was just going to laugh it off, but I think you may have just made me really want to try this, Dazzle. As he'll sort of, from his like sitting position, just kip up and not really a bounce to his step, more like he's somewhat, not really like he's not really fully walking across the ground, like not completely at least, with how energetic he's going about it.
Oh, come on, man. Commit. Commit.
Alrighty, you come up towards her.
He's just humming a merry tune to himself and not really like coming up right behind her. He's just gonna tap opposite shoulder before dipping out from under her arm, right into her face, going, "There, gotta go a couple rounds."
Oh no.
She's
Before
gonna
I
hit
kept
you
like-
with that Dolph Lundgren, I must break you.
Before really like giving her an answer, he's just gonna skip away a couple of paces to avoid any potential retaliation swings.
Let me get my dice. She'll give you this like smirk of, oh, he's ballsy. You'll hear her go, Smallkin. Not many of your kind like stepping in the fight. Let's see what
Not
you can
many
do,
are
Fireboy.
Not many are quite like me. I'm, as what some people say, missing a few things up here. As he sort of like puts a finger to his temple and tilts his head in an odd angle.
You see her kind of like crack her neck. Steve got it where it counts. Make me athletic checks.
Can I
Ooh,
argue acrobatics since I have a higher level?
no.
No, unless you're trying to do something that would be more acrobatic than athletics.
Definitely
Run
more.
for your
He's not gonna
life.
go for. He's going for more of a judo style. Use my opponent's weight and size against them.
I will allow this.
Oh,
Will be interesting.
And
run
think
for your life.
good. Because I just rolled a nat fucking 20 with my acrobatics is a 27.
I'll tell you this: she's going for a sweet chin music. How do you counter?
Ooh.
You know Baki Shibukawa? How he occasionally just sends someone in a full-on pinwheel spin?
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
Like the moment
God.
she goes to put that foot up, the moment she sends out that kick, she's just setting a pinwheel right past him, and he's just got his hands behind his back with a cheeky grin on his face. And the moment she hits the ground, he's just gonna look back at her and go, "Oh, I'm sorry. Were you trying to kick me just now? I just felt a strong breeze."
As you do that, you see all the other people that are fighting kind of stop and look at you, and you hear a couple of the young men go, "Oh." You even see like one of these like old babushka orcs kind of hold up a sign that says "fuck 'em up." Another one holds up a sign that says "chair."
She is now gonna hit you with that. Tell me how the sand tastes, little man.
I must make you humble. Alrighty, I need another athletics versus acrobatics.
She would like to rage.
Fuck yeah, let's go. There we go, baby. The champion's back.
By the way, that clip lives rent free in my head.
We hate Faye. We hate Faye.
I got a
If you haven't
26 by you.
So you're kind of doing this like, you kind of like come a little bit closer to her, getting a little cocky. You know, you're like kind of looking over, like leaning over, like, "Oh, did you try even hitting me?" And all of a sudden, she goes from a sitting position, like a flat down position, to like pushes herself up and flips at the same time to RKO you.
Oh shit! She
Hello!
kept up. She does a kept up into an RKO. Nice.
No, she does like
RKO
she does like a twisting push up where she like push herself up and twist at the same time and like lock onto his head and come down with an
yeah.
RKO.
Ah, yeah.
Talk about whiplash.
Yeah. This girl's got tricks. She really does. Alrighty, this will be the final roll to see who wins this.
Oh no.
Let's see who gets it.
Who gets the Hurricane Rana?
Yeah, I've got something special if she wins this. I really do. If you win this, you better come out with something good, Chaos. Alrighty,
She gonna
ready,
drag
Chaos?
you off by the hair.
You're gonna have to roll
Into
pretty
a
fucking
dark
well,
pit.
man.
Ooh, that's a really good roll.
Well, does it beat my nat 20?
Ah, fuck you. That's a soft 20. What are you doing, buddy boy?
The moment like, Lucy is just gonna lay there for a minute after being the initial stun before doing what we know as a spinneroonie to get back to his feet. He will simply motion for her to try and come at him again. The moment she does, she will just feel soft weight on her shoulders. As she looks up, he'll see him handstanding on her shoulders going, "You know, this is fun, but I want to end it." As quickly, using like a jungle gym, he just goes, just almost like a Hurricane Rana, but more like around the world, up and around before finally snap down behind her.
Now you know some of the other orc women are gonna want to get you now.
Mm.
Congrats. She'll like go down. You hear that snickening snap. It's like, I imagine it's like the R-Truth behind the back neck breaker.
Yeah, pretty much
No.
the snapback style.
Do you toss her in the fire, or do you spare her from the flames?
Side question: does my patron want the fly? Does my patron want the fire for the spectacle?
Let me roll, because you'll feel an influence. Your patron will say you put on a good show, so it's up to you. She can go either way.
Any respect you might have just earned, you might lose it.
Mm.
You don't know the significance of the flame, so you don't know.
I got an idea. I'm gonna You're gonna have to roll with me a little bit on this one, Flame.
I'll roll with it. I trust you.
I'm gonna go for the flames, but it's gonna be a little bit, very much WWE style, but whatever.
You're gonna burn her?
Oh yeah, but he's gonna do it a little special way. After she like gets back up from the initial snapback, Lucian's gonna put himself back to the flames and motion for her to try one last time. The moment she charges, he's just gonna drop kick one of her feet out and have her go face first before running back around and just 619 kick her right back out.
All right, you burn her. You burn her.
Say it with me, trucker. All aboard the hoe train.
All aboard the hoe train.
The hoe
Congratulations.
train.
Congratulations, Lucian. For all you know, you just got married.
I love the I love it.
The
I love him
Godfather.
so much because his favorite thing was just come and pay people not to fight him.
Yeah, you get to spend the night with the hoe train if you
No.
forfeit the match.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
burning her means that he doesn't choose her.
Bingo.
Once he's finished, though, Lucian will offer her a hand up.
She will not take it.
That's just insulting, man.
You
Yeah.
just burned her.
She'll literally like slap it away and kind of like do like a crawlish crouch back to outside the ring.
At that, he'll just look at the crowd and do a shrug. Oh well.
No, because now you're about to get ganged up on.
You started the
not wrong.
streak.
You're not
the
wrong,
streak.
Trucker. I'm gonna say for the sake of brevity, Lucian, you might be good, but you can't take 3 orcs. But
Oh, I know.
There's one thing about orcs that never changes. They value honor above all else, and you're about to get.
I'll put it this way. I'll put it this way. It's like you just pimp slapped another group of men's the girl they simp, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, you
just pimp slapped the girl.
You're about to get ganged up on by some white knights.
I'll put it this way: you're the sorry victim of a Dudley brother attack. If anybody knows what that's like. You see someone pull out a folding chair. They set up the trick. They just fucking wham you through the table.
It's all
All
three
right.
of them, though, right?
You are not. You are tossed in the fire, and then like you're pulled out after a couple of seconds. You get a little singe, but it's nothing major. You're able to tell very easily the fire means like, hey, we're not interested. We fought you, but we're not interested. That's what the flames mean. But you are kind of like kicked out of the ring, for lack of a better term. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
Hell no.
Hell no.
Aw, nobody wants to put a lady in a fire and get ganged up by like 5 orcs
I'm not allowed to.
because they fucked with their waifu.
I'm not allowed to get aboard the hoe train. I got off pretty early.
You just see Mayor and they're like starting to hand out doobies like, hey man, you ever tried Angel Wing?
Wow, that's crazy, man. You ever try Angel Wing?
I just imagine Mayor chucks one of the doobies in the
Does
fire
she-
and it just starts spewing the smoke.
Does she pass by me?
Alice or the orc?
The orc that Lucian just burnt.
Yeah, I'll say she does.
On her way past, obviously looking really bad, I'll just look at her and go, that was crazy. You ever try Angel Wing?
Roll persuasion.
Oh no.
Creating a long train of addicts wherever he goes.
He's just trying to be nice, too. That's the worst part about it. That's a 19.
Also,
It's just a conversation starter.
Do you like the doobie? I've got to ask this. Do you like it?
I will give it to her, and then I'm going to take like a step. I'm gonna like take me and Alice and just like move away so we don't get completely hit by this thing.
smoked out.
Yeah.
No,
I'm gonna
my
say
question
this.
is, what's her
She-
reaction
well, hold
gonna
on, hold on.
be?
Hold on. Let me say this. They know the puff pass rule,
Oh, good.
Oh God.
and there's a granny there who's had a few smokes of the good stuff. Because she's like staring at like, what do I do this? He watches like that old baboosh go at the sign, give him the chair. Like she just walks up like, give that here, sweetheart. This is how you do it. Pops it in, lights it. Ah, now give it a toke, sweetheart. The granny doesn't seem phased at all.
Oh shit.
Granny's probably that raver girl in her old
How's it
days.
gonna hit her? She gonna get angry? How dare?
You
She gonna
see,
hit it and then go, how dare he say no to me? And then she.
She takes a hit, starts coughing, hands it back to the granny, and the granny will start passing it out, and you'll see some of the kids start taking hits of it.
Oh no.
I'm gonna look. I'll just look over at Alice and go, we're not coming back here with our child.
Congrats, congrats!
Crowd.
You've introduced Angel Wing to the population. Oh God!
And now they have a crippling addiction to Angel Wing.
That was crazy, man. Do you think our unborn child has ever heard of Angel?
You just Detroited the
Oh,
clay.
Blair, you're the CIA.
I was gonna say you can't say that.
Well, I am a changeling, so.
Oh God! Mayor just
Next thing you know,
one of the agents from the Matrix. Mission acquired.
Yeah, I
next
mean,
thing
I
you know,
am a
he's gonna be
changeling,
in
so I...
Kathos.
Also, I apologize ahead of time for the people watching this. I've kind of redlined a few times, and I don't know exactly what that does to the recording.
No, it just
I
means
think
you
that means
peed.
you pee.
Oh, well, whatever.
I mean, that's part of our charm. We're a little more rustic than most. We're not. But yeah. Because of that, Mayor, somehow this doobie lasts for a long time to the point where everybody in the village is able to take at least 3 hits of it.
I'm gonna
You don't know how.
Yeah, but I look at Alice and go, we are never taking our child here.
I love how we're introducing drugs to the world. It's like, so why is there a huge drug pop? Like the next campaign when you guys are in Rari, it's gonna be like, so wait, why does Draconia have a drug problem? They're importing all of a sudden. Nobody knows. Somebody just started passing out angel wings all of a sudden. Next thing you know, everybody in the country is hitting it. And now it's becoming popular in other countries.
Can me, Alice, Zagler, Taliesin, and I don't know, one other random person, Zolo, just kind of close down the whole company and start a podcast and just keep interrupting each other with, wow, that's crazy, man.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Here's the thing: you'd be angel wings. Zolo would be dragon's breath. I don't know what Zachler would even take.
We would just keep accidentally peddling drugs or the drug culture throughout the community, and it would
you aren't
destroy society.
Oh man, that's crazy. Have you taken Blightwing?
Oh
no, man, that's crazy. Have you taken fairy dust?
Have you ever gone to the ethereal realm and smoked just one standard cigarette?
Bro, I heard their standard cigarettes got more nicotine than all of our cigarettes in the world combined.
Have you ever drank ethereal?
Bro, I heard if you drink this, it's like driving a Ford Ranger F-150.
Oh, that would be.
You see this one gummy candy? You see this one gummy candy? You're only supposed to eat half of it. Then he pops the whole thing in his mouth. Nom, 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 nom.
And I got 50 more just down the whole back.
If they watch the podcast on this version of YouTube or Spotify, then it's just us looking like we're taking drugs, but we've never taken them. It's just like dummy imitation things.
Okay. Remember, folks, take responsibly, know your limits, and don't overdo it.
This video is getting demonetized to hell and back.
I said the R word in the first 5 minutes.
I'm going to edit that out.
I don't care. I really don't.
Rigatoni?
Yeah, rigatoni is actually...
Reconquista?
Rigatoni actually caused a war in...
No, Ricardo. It's Ricardo. Get it right.
Ricardo avocado?
Ricardo avocado.
Are we ending this thing? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, we've got a little bit more to go unless you're wanting to end it.
Let's get it.
Let's get moving. We're at 10 o'clock and we've pretty much got off the rails.
That's the beauty of this. But yeah, so is anyone else getting in this little fight?
No.
Anyone else wanting to prove their worth and maybe get a mate?
I'm enjoying the
I'm as anatomically correct as I can.
And
what do you say, Lucian?
He's willing to go for another round.
Oh, God.
Do you go back in?
Lucian, if there's one thing Lucian is, he's a glutton for punishment, even if it's not his own.
Are you able to remember your pants?
An athletics check, bud. Or acrobatics, whatever you want.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Let's see. It's a 25.
You feel a chair get broken over the back of your head as a very familiar female orc stands over you.
Yes.
I rolled for it. She
Okay.
came up. I'm like, oh, that's fucking.
It's literally
You're
how
getting
dare
a
you say
second
no to
chance.
me.
Great.
Oh.
Great. Vincent had a girl. Now
Rematch.
he's going to get a girl. The pegging shall
up.
commence.
When does she convince him to blow up another vehicle that causes us some trouble?
Wait, when did Alice convince us to blow up a vehicle?
No, the other chick that Vincent was hooking up with.
Oh,
yeah.
right, yeah,
Round
yeah.
two. Round two.
Regardless, round 2. Don't mess it up this time.
Oh, God, that's bad.
Desmond will like to start placing bets.
You can't bet on this, unfortunately. It's not that kind of thing. You can go to someone and drink and be like, "Hey, I'll bet you your leg of meat for this leg of meat that they're gonna throw this person in the fire or they'll get this hit." But you can't really put like money on it. You can do general
Fair
bets.
These putzes
This is
gave into the cashless society idea.
This is a sacred right for these people.
There's
you
a
can't bet on it.
It's a cashless society, and now there's a drug problem.
What'd you get though? What'd you get, Lucian?
Next thing you know.
Fair luck holds true. Not 20.
Oh God.
What's up with your modifiers?
It's 27.
You feel a strong foot in your ribs kick you closer to the fire. And she just wham! Soccer
She
kick to the
raged.
gut.
That's what it is.
She's angry, bud. All right, this might be the final one if you don't win this.
Jesus.
You need 3. All right, you ready?
Yep.
How the hell?
26.
Is that a natural?
No.
That's a 19 for him, I think.
Yep.
That's a 19.
Okay,
on
you-
the die.
Yeah, you'll win this one.
When she tries to go for undoubtedly like another kick or something, he's
Yeah.
just gonna deflect it upwards to where she winds up incidentally cartwheeling backwards.
Okay. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
First number 3. All right.
Yes, another nat 20.
Mayor, I wouldn't.
Why? I'm too tired to argue with me. Just do what I told you.
You got nat 22 chaos. What's your nat 20?
27.
27?
Yes.
You
Sir?
okay? What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? She's reeling back.
The moment she like gets her footing out, undoubtedly in like a more wider spread stance so she could stop spinning around, Lucian's gonna soccer dive through her legs, scale up her back, and then just snap DDT down to the ground.
As you charge in to do that soccer slide, she like does this full body plank forward, and she'll headbutt you as you're on the ground, knocking you into the dirt. She did win. Now I gotta roll. I gotta roll to see if she wants to throw you in the fire or not.
Oh, she 100% does.
As she pulls her head away from Lucian's face, he's just gonna give her a little bloody smile and be like, "You know, I've been hit on before, but not quite like that. Gotta say, I don't mind."
You get that wrestling thing of like they pick you up like they're gonna throw it. She pulls you above your head. She kind of like she's doing that bragging thing of like over her head. She turns towards the fire. And then is anyone familiar with Seamus's front flip backdrop?
Oh, wow, that's
Yes.
aggressive.
She will turn away from the fire and do this. So she's not putting you in the fire, but she's adding insult to injury, doing one extra hit before leaving you crumpled on the ground. She did not burn you as she leaves.
You're mated for life now.
Ooh. Ooh.
Talk about going for a ride. Ugh.
You
You
are
will
free
be.
to do this information as you will.
Oh.
You see the grandma with the chair just like, oh, honey's getting sun tonight.
Cut to 5 hours from now. Zagler filling out a death report. Cause of death: crushed pelvis.
It's that anime thing of like it's the woman smoking, it's the mummified alien body. His hair.
Oh.
God, I
Flame,
love
you know
these
what I'm
dudes.
doing.
Oh, I know it. Are you taking her advances?
All the way to
A
the
minute
bank,
after she
baby.
walks away, yes.
Okay, she's gonna like before she walks away, she's gonna grab you by the ankle and just drag you off.
Well, I guess we're doing this then. Bye, guys. I'm probably not going to be around for a minute.
Ugh, I love this game. I really do. Alrighty.
Man.
You love me and you know it.
You just
Eh,
you just hear the whole orc crowd go. Woo.
this is the closest I'll ever get with you, buddy. This closest I'll ever get with you. Anyways,
You wish.
if you sang that way, maybe. Anyways, the night starts coming to an end, but before you guys leave, Jackson will kind of ask you all to accompany him to his tent. Everybody but Lucian, of course.
I gotta hold my tongue.
No, speak it, please.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I've already done
Come
enough.
on, man.
I've already done enough damage today.
Do it. Do it.
What do you want, Mr. Jackson?
What do you want, Jackson? Ooh, I am for real. Okay, enough. God, I love that song.
Hmm.
I would like to discuss with you a job I'd be more than willing to pay you for. In private, of course. Do you all accompany him?
Yes.
If
Mhm.
yeah, I mean,
mean,
if they
it's
all go,
not- It's not really a choice for me. He's family. I gotta help.
A friend
Yes.
asks for help.
Alrighty, you are led back to that tent that we've been leaving as the picture this entire time. I just realized.
Yeah.
Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's theater of the mind, folks. Theater of our stupid, stupid minds.
Brain rot universe.
Hell yeah, brother man.
Watch this be the most viewed episode.
Yeah, this is gonna surpass the Frigid North one shot. It's gonna be like 4,700.
It's like holy shit, Lucian got laid and he got knocked the fuck out.
Everybody
Yeah, man.
everybody was here just to watch Lucian get slayed, so now everyone unsubscribes and just leaves.
Like, oh my
No
god,
further
further
views.
Muscle Mommy. We all love Muscle Mommy.
It's never gonna
oh my
it'll never get better than this. We're done.
Also,
It
you
gets
know
so popular we get demonetized for it.
the reason why the Frigid North one shot got so many views. Waluigi. There's Waluigi.
No.
No, I think
No, that kept
YouTube
us from
just-
getting more views.
I think no, YouTube pushed it because YouTube is ridiculous.
Yeah, because it had Waluigi. in it.
God, these
And
kids
the
in
algorithm
brain rot.
knew
We
that
did say Waluigi quite a bit, so that might actually have oddly pushed it a little.
You damn kids in your brain rot.
Anyway, tell us the job.
So you're all brought into the tent, and like the lights are like he lights some candles, looks you all. How are you all with fighting giants?
Uh-oh. I once went to the astral plane and saw some giant structures.
Not like that.
Oh, there are some there were the occasional ogre.
I have
Right.
a
Around that came
theoretical
from.
I have a theoretical knowledge on giants.
Oh, what do you know about them?
Well, it's theoretical.
He kind of gives you that look of like, well, are you gonna give me your theoretical knowledge or not?
Well, they're super tall, so they're gonna hit the ground like a some bitch. And
Would I know anything about giants?
You technically make a history check with advantage, because I will say, yeah, your group's probably fought a giant once or twice in the history of your world.
Well, I'll roll that one. 19.
Giants. There are 4 main giant races. There is the hill, stone, ice. Oh crap! I'm all losing my hill,
Fire.
stone, frost, cloud, fire giants. There is a 6th. They're called storm giants, but you have never seen those before. You've read about them once in a book. And then there are the other. They're what's considered lesser, but lesser in the more sense of like they're not the common kind. There are other kinds, but you've never met these lesser, for lack of a better term, giants.
So, I guess that would be my first question to him. In particular, what kind of giants are we talking about? He'll list off all those.
No, it's none of the main. It's none of the most common ones. Thankfully.
Storm giant.
Are you familiar with something known as a Jotun?
Oh, shit.
Am I?
History
Above
with
game.
disadvantage.
who
As a player, I am.
can I also
History with disadvantage for all of you, except Mayor. Mayor, it'll be straight.
Oh, piss. Well, then I'll
Ooh.
re-roll it.
15.
Ah,
Okay.
Piss on me, eyes, a
not
fucking
much
Jotun.
better. 10.
Okay.
Piss on
You
me,
said
eyes.
history?
History with disadvantage for everybody but Hoax.
That's weird.
That would
Soft
be a
20.
12.
Of all the times to get a
For
nat
Deimos?
and a soft. I got a nat 20 and a soft 20, so
Did anybody get a 25 or higher?
No.
I got a 10.
I was lucky enough to get a 15.
No. You guys have never heard of a Jotun, then. A Jotun giant. You've never heard of that.
Sorry, it doesn't sound familiar.
Can you, I guess, give us some details and by chance?
Well, to be exact, you're hunting a couple of children of a Jotun giant. A Jotun itself would be too strong for you. It would honestly be too strong for a lot of people. You're going to be fighting a what do they call them? I believe he seemed kind of like scratching his head, like trying to remember.
don't you say it.
I believe they're known as blood giants.
Oh.
Above game.
As a player, I am terrified.
They are giants made from the corpse of a Jotun, brought back with necrotic energies, causing tendrils of blood to wrap around a giant skeleton and make it reanimate into a monster. Deimos, I don't know if you know this, but Father actually slayed a Jotun many years ago. And an evil necromancer has come along and risen the giant.
We heard the stories.
We could greatly use the help. It is currently running amok in the desert, and we could use the help to catch it and kill it. Or put it to rest, I guess I should say.
Does Moxie say anything to hearing of this?
Let me roll for Moxie. You hear in your head, inquire how many horns its crown is.
How many horns its grounds?
Its crown is.
Do you know how many horns are on the crown by chance?
Odd question, but let me. You seem kind of like reach for a book and start reading something. A couple of my scouts have made tracks showing on him. 6. It says there were 6 horns on his head. That, you'll hear Moxie kind of say to you, that is a fallen champion of the goddess, given flesh. Or, should I say bone? Do not tell this human that he might ask you to bring pieces back.
Jack.
When he says give like bone, does he mean like just any bone? Or
He's saying that like sarcastically, like, you know, like, oh, it's been brought back. And if the way they explain it, it's not brought back in flesh and blood, it's been brought back as bone with blood. So that's kind of a jab at it, but you get what he means.
Okay.
He means it's been brought back.
I guess I would ask him in my head, is this one we can salvage of sorts?
If
Or
you
do we
kill
just
him,
end him?
kill him. If you can
Very
take his blessing, you can gain great power for both you and I.
We'll see what we can do. So,
Jackson.
yeah, that was my only question for him. So I'm good. I don't see why we couldn't do this.
Good. Damos, you were going to say something?
I was gonna ask him how far out his scouts have gone.
It was last sighted about 8 days roughly south of here.
I'll look over to Dazzle. What direction did you say that person was traveling in that we're looking for? The sheriff?
Oh, from what we know, like, from what I remember, she was like, the house was attacked. The house was attacked by something bestial, and like the closest lead we had was the gnolls that worked with the clays.
Yep. Or something else, you don't know.
Well, I mean, above game, this is your opportunity.
Oh, so I was hoping to ask, a few weeks ago, before the capital encampment rolled in, there was a town that was there. The sheriff there, you wouldn't happen to know, we found some attack. We found an attack at the sheriff's office. At the sheriff's. It seemed bestial in nature. I'm not sure you react, I'm not actively putting assumption toward you, but I was meaning to ask if you knew of any adjacents of what happened there. I'm not correct.
I could not tell you, unfortunately. If she opposed any of the Knoll tribes that came to the borders to take out any of the guards or any of the caravans, then there's a good chance she may have been attacked. If she posed a great threat to any of our Knolls or Orcs, then she definitely would have been attacked. I will say not a lot of our Knolls went to the border. Only one group, but those groups never came back with injuries as far as I knew. So,
Have your scouts seen anyone matching his friend's description on the perimeter?
She's a human woman. Dark hair. Probably wields a bardiche or a glaive.
Bardiche.
Dresses similarly to my friend Hoax here.
Yes. There was a woman like that. She came through. I cannot tell you how many days ago. But she came through inquiring on a rat folk merchant that we have here in town. Apparently, if I remember correctly, the rat folk had acquired a cloak that had raised suspicion of the woman. She had great interest to know who had sold it to them, and an altercation inquired. Our merchant did not die, but he was traumatized a little bit, as we had to restrain the woman and force her to leave. She had become hostile for what we understood no good reason.
You. Oh, I think I might know. Oh. Well, you see, her daughter, my friend, she was abducted by the something brothers. I don't remember.
Oh. Can't remember?
It's been a long time, and I've been having a really rough couple.
Anybody else remember it?
I can't even remember my name right now.
I'm not giving it. What do you mean? You could just say slavers.
Okay, so there was a group. There was a very renowned group of slaver brothers who abducted her and her friend. She was to post fire. I guess the cloak that your rat folk merchant selling may have belonged to her.
Be as it may, that does not sanction her acts of violence and hostility she did against the rat folk, so she had to be removed from the town.
Well, do you recall which direction she went?
No, I do not. I was not present for this. I believe this happened more towards dusk, so the Knolls, some of the Knoll guards would have seen this, or maybe the rat folk himself.
Well, I tried. Okay, do you know where the rat folk is? Because I asked the Knolls earlier and they fuck off.
When did you ask the gnolls? Was it towards the end of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I'm heading to bed. I don't know about you, but if someone wants to mess with me before I go to bed, I'd probably be crotchety too.
Fair enough.
As for the road folk, he be near the trading tents.
Okay. Oh. I'll be back in a few minutes. Well,
It is
I'll be
late, friend. I would recommend getting rest first. I
Okay.
very much doubt he's out and about right now.
Understood.
But are you all willing to take this job? I would greatly appreciate it.
I don't see why not, but I'm gonna leave it up to my fellow comrades here.
What's it pay?
You see him walk over to one of the barrels and crack a lid. Well, I can pay you in purified demonic iron dust. Makes for great weapons. Or I can pay you in a raw material that we have, if you're looking for raw materials.
Whichever one Deimos picks. Deimos, pick one.
I can pay you in a locked sarcophagus as well, if you really wish.
The hell would we need that for?
I don't know. None of us have been able to open it yet. And it's starting to creep me out.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that the
Hoax. I
Is
think
that
that's
the
the thing that they
sarcophagus?
stole from you.
Yeah, that's the chain sarcophagus in the corner right here.
Oh,
I've realized no one's talked about it, so like, oh, I'm gonna mention it real quick.
oh, some
Yeah.
I
bitch.
wasn't gonna mention it until the end because you could
That-
cliffhang with that one.
That's my dad's. I want that one. Give me that one.
If that works as payment for you, boss, I'd be glad to pay you for it.
No.
With that,
Damn it, what is my dad?
More importantly, what's in the box?
Oh, my dad knows.
What?
My dad knows. I'd show you.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to quote a play. I was trying to quote a play that Millie was writing.
so you want to take the coffin as your payment?
That's my payment.
Well, it's a group payment. You either take the coffin or you take something else.
No.
Or the coffin and something else if you're really greedy.
Well, I'm gonna.
The raw materials are always useful, but
Mhm.
that's literally a quest item for you, Hoax. Or you, Mayor.
Yeah, I
So-
haven't really gone after any of my quests at all.
So,
I will say that's not the You don't know if that is the sarcophagus from the ship or not. You don't know that.
Oh, I thought that's what you just told me.
No, I said that's the sarcophagus in the corner of the room.
Can I roll to see if that is?
You never saw the sarcophagus, so you wouldn't know. You just saw the crate.
No, piss. Well, I'm going to assume it is, and this is the closest I've come, so...
Okay, just checking. I don't want to lead you on a wild
Well,
goose.
now,
We
I
know
don't
Knowles
mean
took
to
it.
sound
so-
greedy for my friends here, but this fight that we are potentially signing up with this Jotun seems to be a pretty tough one for most people. Would you be able to part ways with the coffin and say a few materials?
I believe this could be arranged.
Are we all in agreement here on that?
So...
Yeah.
Any materials we may get from the deal, Jackson, I could make items and equipment for these guys when they assist me in the northern problem.
Good, good. We greatly appreciate it. And with that, do you gentlemen head off to rest?
Yeah.
For the night?
Yeah.
And that is what we're calling for ending the session for the night.
Thank God, because I do not have anything left.
I have a
Yeah.
feeling. I have a feeling.
Can you cut the music so I can get through the outro, which is sponsored by Martin Mancini? This music sucks
Is
right
it making-
now.
This.
Is it making you sleepy?
Yeah, because I feel myself blinking and then all of a sudden the music speeds up and I'm like, holy hell, please make it stop.
Might have been
Yeah.
the point.
Like it kind of, yeah, it kind of reminds me of those like those like stock videos of like puppies.
That's why it's
roaming
putting
around
me to
in,
sleep, because I
sheep.
always see those at nighttime.
Yeah.
Well, folks, as always, we are sponsored by the great Martin Mancini. Check us out on Discord, not Patreon, Subscribe, Star, YouTube, and all those things. And starting out first, the man, the myth, the boy who just got himself another orc waifu that's gonna probably break his hips. Chaos War Priest.
Think about, wow.
Break.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Chaos War Priest here. You can find me being an absolute thorn in everybody's ass as Lucian, and I'm loving every damn minute, baby. When I'm not here, you can find me on PlayStation. I usually play Helldivers. Please join the fight. We got a big order ahead of us, boys.
You're not winning that one.
We are. We're already 30%. We were 30% last I jumped off.
Next up, our resident artist, who, let's be honest, I have nothing else to say. Sheep.
Hi. You could. I'm Defective Sheep. You could follow me at just Defective Sheep at Blue Sky. You can follow me at Defective_SH33 at 33p at and you could also follow me at Defective.Sheep at Instagram. Trust me, the dot is very important because there is another Defective Sheep on Instagram, and I have had multiple account confusion because of that. You can also follow me on our Discord, and DM me there to ask for commissions. I charge at least $5, maybe 15 for NSFW stuff. But yeah.
Okay. Next, and honestly, least amount of showtime on this episode, I think. I'm not sure, but he was sick no matter what. Mark.
Well, name's Mark. Marky Mark. Hope you're enjoying this, and hopefully, Ingolum will gain something from fighting this Jotun.
Yes, indeed. This young skeleton. Next, the man who probably wants to strangle me because I've added more work to his workload, even though he had a wonderful, hopefully wonderful graduation day. Mayor.
Hi, I'm the mayor of Spicy Town. You can find me on my YouTube channel where bigger things are finally coming since I got a little bit of time. Mayor of Spicy Town. You can also find me on TikTok, Well Supplies Last. You can find me on a couple other things that would be pretty much a waste of your time. Please, for the love of God, share our content because we're running out of ideas on advertising. It is not easy trying to get people to come here.
Mm-hmm. And last, but
I mean, I've
certainly not least, the stepdaddy of all of us, the man we wish was a father figure to nobody, Space Trucker.
That was like the most back-ass words thing I ever heard.
I'm tired. I'm out of things, okay?
Oh,
Jeez, and I'm the one who's cross-faded from drinking and smoking.
I am the space trucker, and while it's still available to use, you can find me on the Clock app, TikTok.
That's before Lars Ulrich gets a hold of it. So, my pitch for the title is Pants on Fire. That's what I'm thinking.
And I'm Flame Remnant. Good night, everybody.
Fire dance.
Everybody forget about me.
Oh, you said I was last.
Yeah.
That is true.
All right.
Let's see.
Adios.
We didn't
Laters.
forget about you.
Bye.